listening to Bowie Baysox Baseball. Our coverage of today's game will start soon. You're listening to Bowie Baysox Baseball. Our coverage of today's game will start soon. You're listening to Bowie Baysox Baseball. Our coverage of today's game will start soon. You're listening to Bowie Baysox Baseball. Our coverage of today's game will start soon. You're listening to Bowie Baysox Baseball. Our coverage of today's game will start soon. You're listening to Bowie Baysox Baseball. Our coverage of today's game will start soon. You're listening to Bowie Baysox Baseball. Our coverage of today's game will start soon. You're listening to Bowie Baysox Baseball. Our coverage of today's game will start soon. You're listening to Bowie Baysox Baseball. Our coverage of today's game will start soon. You're listening to Bowie Baysox Baseball. Our coverage of today's game will start soon. You're listening to Bowie Baysox Baseball. Our coverage of today's game will start soon. You're listening to Bowie Baysox Baseball. Our coverage of today's game will start soon. You're listening to Bowie Baysox Baseball. Our coverage of today's game will start soon. You're listening to Bowie Baysox Baseball. Our coverage of today's game will start soon. You're listening to Bowie Baysox Baseball. Our coverage of today's game will start soon.
Welcome to Bowie Baysox Baseball. It's time now for the DCA Imaging Systems pregame show.
It's the DCA Imaging Systems pregame show from Prince George's Stadium. We're getting set for Game 2 in this 6-game series between the Somerset Patriots and your Bowie Baysox. So glad you're with us. Matt Zabat is with you from the ballpark in Bowie, and the Baysox need to get it going. They've lost 4 consecutive games, their longest losing skid here in the second half, as they still sit only 1.5 games out of first place, but their offense is really starting to run into a rut. The one-run games have been rearing their head again for Bowie. The Baysox were really starting to get a handle on them again, especially here in the second half, but Bowie is only 1-5 in their last 6 instances of a game decided by 1 run. And Bowie has still played the most one-run games in the entire Eastern League, 40 total, a 16-24 record in one-run games. It's been the biggest factor into Bowie and their struggles this season, as they picked up another one last night, a 2-1 loss in which Somerset did break out to a 2-0 lead at one point, thanks to an early home run by Andres Chaparro, but Bowie was able to get a home run of their own, as Hudson Haskin was able to go yard for his 12th of the season, tying the team's lead. But after Haskin's home run in the 4th inning, Bowie did not put another runner into scoring position for the remainder of the night. They got a couple of walks and a couple of base hits, but no one got past first base. It is a very good pitching staff for Somerset, that much can always be said, and they used a hearty mix of long relievers to keep Bowie from really reaching anywhere, but Bowie was still always within striking distance. It was just one quick swing that could have tied the game up. It just never came to be, and Bowie was never able to hit with runners on base as well. And it's been a bit of a trend the past few days because, again, Bowie has lost 4 consecutive games, and 3 of those losses have been by just 1 run, including a walk-off loss to the Akron Rubber Ducks on this current span. So Bowie does have perhaps an opportunity today, but it will be interesting because they do come out with a pitcher making his Double-A debut in Chase Mcdermott. We'll start with Mcdermott in a second, but let's open up with the numbers to get you set up for today's game. As Somerset comes in for game number 109 on the season, a 67-41 record. They've won 2 consecutive. They're 30-21 when playing on the road this year. Bowie comes in for game number 110, a 53-56 record for the Baysox, but a 4-game losing streak as mentioned. Bowie is 4-6 over their last 10 and 28-24 when playing in front of the home crowds here at Prince George's Stadium. In the second half, Bowie is 26-14 as the Baysox are in second place in the Southwest Division, 1.5 games behind the Southwest Division leading Erie Seawolves. Somerset has still in second place in the Northeast Division at 23-16, but they are only 1.5 game behind Portland. And of course, Somerset did win the first half in the Eastern League's Northeast Division. So Bowie, they have a little bit more to work for as opposed to the Patriots. The Patriots are already headed to the postseason. Today's starting pitching matchup will feature Chase Mcdermott going for Bowie, while Will Warren will get the ball for Somerset. Now, Mcdermott is making his Double-A debut. He was acquired in the Trey Mancini deal that went to Houston, and, of course, that 3-team maneuver with the Tampa Bay Rays as well. But Mcdermott was a phenomenal pitcher in terms of some of his strikeout numbers back with High A. He did make 2 appearances with High A Aberdeen following the Mancini trade. He finished 5 total innings, allowed just 2 runs and only 1 walk with 10 strikeouts. And he is one of the highest strikeout arms in all of minor league baseball right now. 12th overall in the minor leagues in terms of strikeouts with 124 in just 77 innings. And he led the Astros minor league system before he was traded with 114 in his 72 innings as a pitcher with High A Asheville at the time. He's got a good fastball and curveball combination, and he can really pick up swings and misses while sometimes hitting 98 at points. So Bowie does have a big opportunity today to get a good start from Chase Mcdermott. Will Warren will go for Somerset, and he has been a rising star in the Patriots, the Yankees organization specifically. It's just his first professional season. He had a 42-9 strikeout to walk ratio at the start of the year with High A. 42 strikeouts against just 9 walks. And he's had similarly strong outings with Somerset, but he has been falling a little bit back toward the mean. His best start of the year did come against Bowie. He tossed 7 scoreless innings against the Baysox in July. Well, he has allowed 18 runs in his last 20 2/3 innings, and his strikeouts have dipped. He's actually only struck out 12 in that same 20 2/3 span. The runs that he's allowed mostly were unearned, as a matter of fact. It hasn't necessarily bumped his ERA too high. He's still 6-4 with a 3.15 ERA. But he works well. He locates well. A good fastball and a curveball with a 2-seamer and a slider. Those last 2 he added since joining the professional ranks. And he can pretty much pick up a called strike on just about any individual toss that he throws. So there's a big chance for Bowie here to maybe hit him well as long as they can pick up that strong location. But Bowie did have a tough time working around the zone. Plenty of called strikes that they watched in yesterday's loss. As we continue on with the DCA Imaging Systems pregame show, we'll step aside for now. When we return, we chat with Garrett Stallings, who tossed yesterday for Bowie and spun a quality start, a great performance. We get his thoughts on what it's been like recovering from that tough June and getting to watch Ryan Watson and Drew Rom celebrate them getting go up to AAA. We're back after this. You're listening to Baysox Baseball.
From sprains to stitches, sore throats to stomach aches, and pulled muscles to poison ivy, care is around the corner at Patient First. Walk in to see a doctor from 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. every day of the year. X-rays, lab tests, and prescription drugs are on site, and most major insurance plans are accepted. For routine illnesses and injuries, Patient First is here for you. Patient First, the name fits.
Patient First, proud partner of the Bowie Baysox, open 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. every day.
There's plenty going on at the ballpark on Saturday, August 27th. Bowie will be hosting a special tribute to Negro League Baseball, as well as an exhibit presented by the Josh Gibson Foundation with special artifacts from the Hall of Famer's career, as well as the Baysox huge Touch a Truck event featuring dozens of construction, excavation, emergency vehicles, and trucks for all fans to enjoy and interact with exhibits as well. It begins at 4:30 and is going to run till 6:30 ahead of the 6:35 game. It's all presented by Miss Utility and comes your way on a busy Saturday, August 27th, so get your tickets at baysox.com.
Everyone deserves a great smile, and Rad Orthodontics is here to help you, Bowie Baysox fans. Rad Orthodontics accepts most insurance, and whether it's braces or Invisalign aligners, anyone can get the smile they've always wanted with our flexible payment options. With two of the country's leading orthodontists right here in the DC area, we love to see Baysox fans smile with confidence. So get that amazing smile you deserve. Visit radsmile.com today and book your free consult. That's radsmile.com for Rad Orthodontics, official smile provider of the Bowie Baysox.
All right, let's keep it going here with the DCA Imaging Systems pregame show. Game 2 of 6 between Bowie and Somerset. Garrett Stallings spun his second consecutive quality start last night. 6 strong innings, and we're checking in with him right now. Just the quick usual. What was the best pitch working for you last night?
I would say that my curveball was pretty good last night. I actually didn't have my cutter too much, so kind of relied more heavily on my slider and curveball. But, continue just to change speeds, try and keep them off balance, and did for the most part. Got hurt on, one fastball, but overall it was pretty good.
Of course, the big news coming out of the last couple of weeks was the Orioles announcing you as the minor league pitcher of the month for the month of July. How did the news get broken to you? Did Kyle Moore let you know? Yeah,
Kyle Moore let me know in the clubhouse with Joey Ortiz at the same time before he broke it to him, which was kind of special. Like having the player and pitcher come from the same team was kind of a special moment, and even more so after my comeback from the month of June. It meant a little bit more to me. So definitely an enjoyable moment, something I won't forget.
Is there much that you think back on from June at this point, or is it still just taking start by start, appearance by appearance, and improving on each individual outing? Yeah, obviously it's hard to, not reflect on what had happened, but I think, in order for you to win, there has to be someone who loses, and I think, that was my time of, losing and learning from that situation, and, I think I've come out on the better because of it, so, I'm grateful for, my ups and downs, and like you said, just kind of taking it each start, and a few more this year. Just kind of want to finish strong. Yeah. We were talking a little bit before this. You said you were surprised at the big response from some of your folks at the alma mater, that volunteer fan base. They really showed you up to say, hey, big job, congrats, man. What was that kind of reaction like? Yeah, I mean, it means the world. It feels like, I left my mark on Tennessee and loved every second of being there. And, my mind left it in a better place than it was. And, it's been so fun on this side of things watching the program grow. And, I feel like I still can call that place home and connect with the coaches and, fans, and pretty special getting the shout out from them. As we continue on with Garrett Stallings here on the DCA Imaging Systems pregame show, what have been some of the maybe drills or changes that you've been working on in some of your bullpens with Josh Conway lately? Is there anything that you might give us even a slight behind the scenes look into? Yeah, I won't give you all the details. Not the secret sauce, but yeah. It's probably not as much as, most people would think. I think it's, slight things with my posture, a lot of this game's mental, though, too. So I think it's just getting back to being confident and, I'm here for a reason, and I'm going to go out there and showcase, the best of my ability every time I can. And, it's just been awesome to be able to continue to build from start to start. Even these last 2 or 3 starts, I feel like my stuff's gotten sharper and sharper and thrown to better locations. And, that's just something I'm always trying to fine-tune certain things. Not too much, but I think it's been working, and want to continue to grow with, the development people here. And it's been a fun ride. Bullpen's still been putting up some great numbers as well. So how do you normally confer with them in the dugout? Do you guys converse a lot? Obviously, you aren't necessarily too close to each other during the game, but maybe when they come back out and a guy like Lopritch is going out for a second inning, or Easton Lucas is going to go out for a third inning. No, I mean, it's, I'm going to let them do their game plan. Yeah, maybe if, the umpires maybe having more of a high strike zone versus a low strike zone, that might be something I share. But, they're not getting too much of my business. I'm not getting too much
much in theirs, but you are right. We've had an incredible bullpen lately, and it's been really fun just watching them build off of each other. I think that's you see one guy have success, and he kind of hands the torch to the next guy, and I think there's a reason that, the offense, the pitching, the defense, everything's been pretty sharp lately, and I think that's the reason we're having so much success.
What's the next goal for you? Is it just, like I had said before, improve on each start?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I know I've been really thrilled, going deep into a lot of these games lately, going out to the 6. It's something that, I've always kind of prided myself on is, being conditioned, being strong enough to be able to be as strong in the 5th, 6th, 7th inning as, first or second. So, honestly, been healthy most of the year. Just want to continue to finish the year healthy and on top, and just continue to prove what I can.
And then as we continue on with Garrett Stallings here on the pregame show, big news coming into this week, Ryan Watson and Drew Rom both getting the call up to AAA. What was kind of your reaction like celebrating with those guys as they got the news?
Yeah, I was super excited for them. This is, I think, a rare organization where most of the guys are very thrilled when, guys are getting promoted, opens more spots, brings guys from lower levels up, good new opportunities. So I was thrilled for the both of them. They've been guys that, I've leaned on all year and continue to watch, and super proud of Ryan Watson, the growth he's gone through, and, he's just been a straight line across the board. And, Drew Rom's been pretty sharp. His fastball's getting, increasing velo. He throws like 8 pitches. He's, he's always going uncomfortable against the opposing lineup. So, again, thrilled. I hope to be pitching with those guys for a long, long time. So, really happy for him.
Any new shows you've been watching on that long road trip leading into this long homestand?
I did just finish that show, The Terminal List, which was pretty cool, but I haven't picked anything else new since that. But
it takes effort to start.
I don't know.
Show,
usually, if you get any ideas, throw them my way.
Well, if you've got HBO Max, Westworld has been my show to go to. They just finished season 4, but we can talk about that later. Garrett, thank you so much for the time.
No problem. Thank you.
That's Garrett Stallings here on the DCA Imaging Systems pregame show. We'll step aside, be back in a bit. You're listening to Baysox Baseball.
Pest Now is proud to partner with the Bowie Baysox and provide their pest control services. For all your residential and commercial pest control needs, call Pest Now. For general pest control, termite control, mosquito control, and all other pest control services, call Pest Now. You can reach us at 301-231-8300 or visit us online at www.pestnow.com.
Hey kids, the Baysox Futures Club is the best way to be a fan of the Baysox, and it's completely free for kids ages 3 through 12. Futures Club members get access to special members-only events, discount ticket offers, and free gifts for just signing up. Parents, head over to Baysox.com to sign up your kids, so don't miss out on all the promotions and giveaways at Prince George's Stadium this season and next. The Baysox Futures Club. Sign up now at Baysox.com.
Are you interested in beginning or expanding on a career in the pipe fitting, pipe welding, or HVAC service industry? Are you interested in a career path that will set you up for life without experiencing any college debt? If you are interested in these things and you live in the D.C. area, the Steamfitters UA Local 602 Apprenticeship Program is the best choice for you. For more information about our apprenticeship program and how to apply, please visit steamfitters-602.org. That's steamfitters-602.org.
All right, we're back to Prince George's Stadium, continuing on with the DCA Imaging Systems pregame show. Glad you're keeping it with us here. Matt Sabatis with you from the ballpark in Bowie. We're getting a little bit of heavy cloud coverage right now. We've seen a couple of lightning strikes out well past right field and a little bit to center field as well, but we're not going to start this game in a delay. I don't think we will need to. It will be a close decision, however, because, of course, neither team's wouldn't want to necessarily burn their starter, but we have had some little flash cells of rain pop up. The most recent one that at least I've noticed on the radar is coming up through Baltimore at the moment, and a lot of it has just been coming straight south, which is honestly pretty dang interesting to just watch transpire. We did have a flash shower about 10-15 minutes ago, but the sun was still out, and it didn't last for too long as the bulk of it was passing through the D.C. area specifically, and now there is a bit of a heavy rain shower falling on Annapolis just a little bit to our east. But we're still looking at a regular game time as Bowie will get going with the starting 9. Connor Norby, Colton Cowser, and Joey Ortiz, the usual 3 to lead it off. Hudson Haskin, Kobe Mayo, and Adam Hall to follow. Maverick Hanley, Toby Welk, and Andrew Dashbach after that. As the Baysox, they almost look hesitant to take the field, and I don't necessarily blame them with this little bit of rain shower that is just kind of hovering over us at the moment. But the Baysox have taken the field, so we can step aside and get you first pitch and all the play-by-play in just a little bit. We'll be back after this. You're listening to Baysox Baseball.
Fielder's Choice Flex Packs with the Bowie Baysox. The best value to see the best games at Prince George's Stadium. You could save up to 30% on your selected seat from day one and enjoy a number of exclusive member benefits, including flexible exchange options, discounts on suite rentals, special access to the Diamond View restaurant, and a free members collectible at your first home game of the year. Get your pack now by calling 301-464-4865 or heading online to baysox.com.
At DCA Imaging Systems, we provide a tenured team of office technology professionals ready to be your trusted advisors. From document creation, output devices, scanning and workflow, to document security and storage, we understand people print, not printers. Give DCA Imaging a call, 301-577-1021, or find out more about how we can help you. DCAimaging.com. DCA Imaging Systems, office technology made easy.
Sky Shooter Displays by ZY Pyrotechnics will be lighting up the sky with top-of-the-line fireworks shows following Baysox games all season long. We will give you the best bang for your buck. Sky Shooter Displays include traditional shows, true pyro musicals, custom choreographed plays, and much more. The night sky is truly limitless, so don't be shy. Give ZY a try. Find out more by calling us at 570-328-1361 or visit us online, zypyrotechnics.com.
It's time for Bowie Baysox Baseball. The Baysox are the AA affiliate of the Baltimore Orioles. Coverage of the 2022 Bowie Baysox season is brought to you by Chesapeake Employers Insurance, DCA Imaging Systems, On the Green, Patient First, Royal Farms, Smile Doctors, and ZY Pyrotechnics. And now, live from the ballpark, it's time for Bowie Baysox Baseball.
We're ready to go from Prince George's Stadium here in Bowie, Maryland. It's Game 2 of a 6-game series between the Somerset Patriots and your Bowie Baysox. So glad you're with us. Matt Sabatas with you from the ballpark in Bowie, and as Chase McDermott warms the mound for the Baysox for his AA debut, the starting lineup for the Patriots that he'll face looks like this. Leading off at shortstop, you've got Anthony Volpe, followed by Everson Pereira in center field batting second. Austin Wells is the catcher batting third. Elijah Dunham in left field bats fourth. Andres Chaparro is the third baseman. He's batting fifth. Jason Rosario in right field will bat sixth. Jesus Bastidas is the second baseman batting seventh. Rodolfo Duran, the DH, will bat eighth. And Eric Wagman will be the first baseman batting ninth. The Patriots are the AA affiliate of the New York Yankees. They're managed by Dan Fiorito, assisted by Gerardo Casadiego, Jake Hurst, and Aaron Bossi. Michael Becker is the athletic trainer. Somerset is 67-41 in the season and 23-16 in the second half. And again, their lineup features Volpe, Pereira, Wells, Dunham, Chaparro, Rosario, Bastidas, Duran, Wagman to face off against Chase McDermott on the mound. As the right-hander holds steady at the waist, steps back and kicks to fire the first pitch of his AA career. It's a fastball. Misses up and away, and we're underway at 6:36 p.m. on a 76-degree, cloudy, kind of drizzly day here in Bowie. The 1-0 pitch to Volpe, swinging a high, deep drive to left field. This one sends Hall curling around in left, but he's got a beat on it. Up against the warning track, he makes the catch. And there's quickly one gone. Adam Hall's first game in left field this season, and he starts out by recording a flyout. Rest of the defense for Bowie. After Hall, it's Colton Kauser and Hudson Haskin from left to right in the outfield. Gobi Mayo is at third base. Joey Ortiz is at short. Connor Norby is at second base. Andrew Dashbach at first. And Maverick Handley catches behind the plate for Chase McDermott on the mound. First pitch to Everson Pereira. Misses down and away a breaking ball. And the count opens up at 1-0. A .226 average for Pereira, a .614 OPS in 13 games. Next offering is swung on and missed down and away, and run the count even at a ball and a strike here. No doubles, a triple for Pereira. He has a homer as well. 3 runs batted in. The 1-1. Fastball just misses high, and the count goes to 2 balls and a strike now. Prince George's Stadium in Bowie, 309 feet down the line to left and right field, 405 feet to straightaway center as the 2-1 is popped foul behind home plate, runs the count even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. As Chase McDermott has to get used to a little bit of new accommodations and some new roaming grounds as the 2-2 pitch is outside a curveball, runner runs full. 6'3", 197-pound right-hander McDermott, 23 years of age, from Anderson, Indiana. He fires the 3-2, and it's punched slowly foul, a grounder to the third base side as the count remains full. Making his Double-A debut, he was acquired by Baltimore less than 2.5 weeks ago, less than 3 weeks ago more specifically, as he fires another 3-2. It misses wide for ball 4. Breaking ball outside, and it's a 1-out walk here to Pereira, first base runner for Somerset.
Catcher, number 16, Austin Wells.
Here's Austin Wells, a .263 average and a .788 OPS for the left-hander. 5 doubles, no triples, 5 homers, 15 runs batted in 30 games this year. So runner at first holds. Dances a little bit off, and the first pitch in is a fastball. Just misses too far down and inside. Looked like it might have dotted the corner. Count opens up at 1-0. McDermott in his Double-A debut, his 3rd overall appearance as a Baltimore Orioles farmhand. He was the return from the Houston Astros in the Trey Mancini deal. The 1-0 pitch is a check swing called a strike. A nice fastball on the upper outside corner at 95 miles an hour. Run the count even at a ball and a strike here for McDermott. He had an up-and-down season with the Astros High A affiliate, the Asheville Tourists, before being traded. He had 2 good appearances as the runner goes. 1-1 is outside for a ball. Throw to second is a bullet from Maverick Handley. It beat Wells out so hard he didn't even slide because he knew he was toast. Caught stealing goes 2-6 as Maverick Handley nails Pereira. That was only the 2nd stolen base attempt for Pereira this season. He's been caught twice. But the count goes to 2-1 on Wells, and the next offering is a curveball called for strike. A bit generous inside, I'll be honest, but the count goes even at 2 balls and 2 strikes here. With High A Asheville, McDermott went 6-1 with a 5.50 ERA, the 2-2 pitch. Breaking ball bounced slowly to short. Ortiz picks it on 2 hops and fires low to first in time. 6-3 putout, and despite a walk, Chase McDermott faces the minimum here in the first inning of his Double-A career. We go to the bottom of the first here in Bowie. Somerset nothing, Baysox coming on up. You're listening to Baysox Baseball.
When your commercial plumbing project calls for a job done safely and on time, then your job calls for the plumbers of Local 5 Washington, D.C. Local 5 will always deliver the most skilled and well-trained plumbing craftsmen in the DMV. If you're a contractor who needs safe jobs done well, you need the plumbers of Local 5 Washington, D.C. Start your partnership with them today. Visit local5plumbers.org. That's local5plumbers.org.
At Luminous Health, we want you to feel your best. This summer, take the time to catch up on your annual health screenings. Visit us at our Anne Arundel Medical Center, Doctors Community Medical Center, or one of our primary care offices in your neighborhood. At Luminous Health, you are the MVP. Learn more at luminoushealth.org.
Well, it was a scoreless first inning for Chase McDermott to get things going here at Prince George's Stadium. He only needed 14 pitches, around a 1-out walk, and a caught stealing helped him seal the deal. As we move to the bottom of the first here in Bowie, the Baysox will try and strike first. Will Warren warms on the mound for the Somerset Patriots, and the starting lineup for the Baysox that he'll face looks like this. Leading off at second base, it's Connor Norby, followed by Colton Gauser in center field batting second. Joey Ortiz, the shortstop, bats third. Hudson Haskin in right field fourth. Kobe Mayo is at third base batting fifth. Adam Hall in left field bats sixth. Maverick Hanley, the catcher, bats seventh. Toby Welk, the DH, eighth. And Andrew Dashbach at first base bats ninth. The Baysox are the AA affiliate of the Baltimore Orioles. They're managed by Kyle Moore. They're 53-56 on the season, and 26-14 in the second half. Again, their lineup features Norby, Cowser, Ortiz, Haskin, Mayo, Hall, Hanley, Welk, Dashbach, all to face off against Will Warren on the mound. First pitch into Norby, and it's a slider, misses down and away, and it's 1-0 to start. 265 average for Norby, and 865 OPS in 37 games played at AA. 8 doubles at triple, 8 homers, 18 runs batted in. Next offering, fastball called for strike high, and it's 1-1. Looks like we've got a couple of more drizzles starting to fall right now. Again, sporadic showers that have just popped up north of us and a little bit on top of us at points today. 1-1. Norby checks his swing on a breaking ball down and in. An appeal to the base umpire says he went around. Count runs to a ball and 2 strikes. Umpiring crew for today's game: Matt Carlian is the crew chief over at first base. Jae Young Kim is at first base. Carlian is at third base, rather. Tom Fornarola is calling the balls and strikes. 1-2 pitch. Fastball misses up and away to Norby, and the count runs even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Norby had an 0-for-4 day yesterday. Flew out to center field thrice as the 2-2 misses down and away. Count runs full. But he's done a good job this season, especially when it comes to getting on base to open up games. There was that big stretch in the Harrisburg series of the 6 games. He led off the game by reaching safely in 4 of them. As Warren deals the 3-2 pitch, and Norby swings and misses on a fastball just down 95 miles an hour with a lot of great run. So Warren opens up with a strikeout. Let's tell you about the rest of the defense around him. From left to right in the outfield, you've got Elijah Dunham, Everson Pereira, and Jason Rosario. Andres Chaparro is at third base. Anthony Volpe is the shortstop. Jesus Bastidas is at second. Eric Wagman is at first, and Austin Wells catches behind the plate for Will Warren on the mound. Colton Cowser digs in, 323 average and a 1029 OPS. The first pitch to him is fouled off. In on the handle of the bat and hits off of home plate as the count opens up at 0-1. 38 games for Cowser this season, 8 doubles, no triples, 8 home runs, 24 runs batted in. As they put a decent shift on for him. The 0-1 pitch. Cowser flinches on a breaking ball down and away, held off, and the count runs even at a ball and a strike. They ask for a late appeal, and the ruling remains. Yeah, now the rain's starting to pick up again just a little bit. As the 1-1 pitch comes home, and Cowser watches fastball called for strike high. Looked to be a little bit at the letters, and Cowser basically freezes in the box, just kind of processing the call before resetting. The fact that we've gotten this game underway, though, here in the bottom of the first means that they're going to have to play through some rain as the 1-2 is fouled off. A little sawed-off piece inside. Hits over to the left side of the field, and the count stays at a ball and 2 strikes. The umpires would catch a lot of flack if they allowed this game to be started and then sent directly into a delay in the first inning. But the rain does look to be picking up a little bit. As the 1-2 pitch misses down, and the count runs even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Again, the weather this evening has been very difficult to manage and really just track and understand. It's popped up plenty, but the few fans that are here are starting to head up to their seats under whatever awnings may lie on the concourse and just kind of lean up against the poles. As the 2-2 pitch is swung on and cracked out towards shallow left center field, running and pulling it down, Everson Pereira. That was a funky little grab by Pereira. I think his feet were starting to fall from under him, and he almost fell over trying to pull it down just below his waist. Very odd, but it's a fly out, and there's 2 away. Baysox in their alternate orange uniforms today. The black Bowie on the front side, white pants, white cap. Somerset in their road dark blues, white Somerset on the front side, and the dark blue cap. First pitch to Joey Ortiz, misses outside. A breaking ball opens the count up at 1-0. 262 average for Ortiz and a 762 OPS. He's played in exactly 100 games as the 1-0 pitch is called a strike. Fastball dots the lower outside corner. It's 1-1. 23 doubles, 4 triples, 12 homers, 63 runs batted in. As the next pitch in from Will Warren is smoked up the first base line, but this one is slicing. It'll get out of play off of the Baysox clubhouse. Count to a ball and 2 strikes. Again, we're scoreless here in the bottom of the first inning. The rain has been an interesting factor into today's game. You can see sunlight out past left field and just hope that it gets here sooner rather than later. The 1-2 pitch to Ortiz is a slider, misses down. Count goes to 2 balls and 2 strikes. Will Warren, a 6'2", 175-pound, 22-year-old right-hander from Brandon, Mississippi. 8th round draft selection in 2021. He has rocketed up the prospect charts lately. 2-2. Misses wide, and the count runs full on Ortiz. Second full count this inning for Warren. On the year, he's 6-4 with Somerset, a 3.15 ERA in 12 games all starts. 65 2/3 innings, only 49 strikeouts as the next pitch is hammered deep out to center field. Pereira turns and runs a long way back, and he's going to run out of room. Joey Ortiz says goodbye. His 13th home run of the season is a solo shot in the first. Bowie leads 1-0. 102 miles an hour off the bat, 412 feet away from home plate. Ortiz is back. Really, he never left, but he's still back. And now here's Hudson Haskin. Right-hander Haskin digs in, and the first pitch to him is bounced right back to the pitcher. Warren spears it out of the air and trots over to first for the underhand, ending the inning. But not before Bowie gets on the board. A solo home run by Joey Ortiz. And as we move to the second, Bowie leads Somerset 1-0. You're listening to Baysox Baseball. Well, the Baysox are getting radical on Thursday, August 18th, as we go back to the 80s. Get that perm done up, rip off those jeans, and toss on your jean jacket for the 80s Rewind Night. A totally tubular night of the greatest musical decade with live music and beer specials from 5 to 6:30. So head on back to the 80s with the Bowie Baysox on Thursday, August 18th. Get your tickets at baysox.com.
A birthday bash with the Baysox is the best time at the ballpark. Bring your friends and family out to celebrate and be the star of the show. Dance on the dugout with Louie, play games in the stadium, introduce a batter in the game, and you'll even get to have the stadium sing for you. Baysox birthday parties, an unforgettable, one-of-a-kind experience at Prince George's Stadium. Book yours by calling 301-464-4880 or at baysox.com.
Baseball is a game of specialists. Base stealers, closers, cleanup hitters. Together, they help their team stand out from the rest. Specialists also help set Chesapeake Employers Insurance apart from other workers' compensation insurance companies. Our health services team includes orthopedic surgeons, nurse case managers, a physical therapist, and more, all to get your employee back to work, contain costs, and keep premiums down. That's teamwork. To learn more, connect with your agent or visit Chesapeake Employers at CEIWC.com.
Well, Bowie's on the board here as we move to the second inning. The Baysox have a 1-0 advantage over Somerset as Chase Mcdermott gets back to work. He'll face off against 4, 5, and 6 in the Somerset lineup, starting with Elijah Dunham. First pitch to the left-hander, nearly clips him. Curveball a little bit too far inside, and the count opens up at 1-0. It was a 14-pitch first inning for Mcdermott. He was aided out by a caught stealing. Maverick Henley nailed Everson Pereira trying to swipe second base as the 1-0 pitch is swung on and missed. Change up high. It's 1-1. Elijah Dunham, a .266 average and an .832 OPS in 87 games, 19 doubles, 3 triples, 15 homers, 53 runs batted in this season. Here's the next offering. Dots the outside corner, a fastball called for strike. Zone is definitely a little bit expanded today, at least that's the way it's seeming. And it seems that Mcdermott might be able to start using that to his advantage now that he's used to it. The 1-2 misses down, however, and the count runs even at 2 balls and 2 strikes as Mcdermott still looks for his first AA punch-out. Again, he led the Astros organization in strikeouts among all minor leaguers. Led in strikeouts while pitching with High A Asheville all season. Headed into the trade deadline before he was acquired in exchange for Trey Mancini. The 2-2 pitch. Check swing, misses down, and appeal. He didn't go. Count fills. But that full trade, the Astros acquired Trey Mancini from Baltimore and right-handed pitching prospect Jaden Murray from Tampa Bay, part of the three-team deal, as the 3-2 pitch is swung on and popped up foul, third base side, but it'll just carry out of play. It was a high fastball inside that Dunham was just barely able to get a small piece on. But yeah, the Astros acquired Mancini and Murray. The Rays acquired Houston's outfielder Jose Siri, and then the Orioles got McDermott, and then right-handed pitching prospect Seth Johnson from Tampa as the 3-2 misses down and inside. A fastball for ball 4. Second walk already for Chase McDermott. Well, that's a lesson that's going to really need to be picked up soon. And it's one of the lessons that pretty much every pitcher that makes the jump from high A to double A will tell you that they learned at some point, is that batters lay off a lot more pitches than you normally would have seen back when you were pitching in high A. As Andres Chaparro steps in, runner at first, no one out, first pitch, and Chaparro nails it out to left field. This might exit. As Hall runs back and runs well out of room, a 2-run home run. Chaparro's second home run in as many days, and Somerset jumps ahead to the 2-1 lead. Fed him a changeup just on the outside edge of the plate, waist high, and Chaparro made him pay for it. 12th home run of the season. And Bowie now trails. 100 miles an hour off the bat and 388 feet away from home plate. It's the first hit given up by McDermott here in his Double-A career. He gave up 10 home runs in his High A career. 1 with Aberdeen following the trade, and then 9 with High A Asheville while an Astros farmhand. So 2 batters into the second inning, and McDermott has allowed 2 runs without an out yet as the first pitch to Jason Rosario is fouled off into the netting left side. Count opens up at 0-1. 259 average for Rosario, a 799 OPS in 84 games played. 17 doubles, 4 triples, 8 homers, 35 runs batted in. Here's the next, called a strike. Change up on the lower inside corner, runs the count to 0-2. But McDermott struck out 124 batters in 77 innings at High A, including 114 as an Astros hand. The 0-2. Swing and a miss for strike 3. There's his first at Double A. A curveball down and inside, and Rosario caught chasing. First Double A strikeout for Chase McDermott, and the 125th overall for him this season. And now here's Jesus Bastidas. Right-hander hitting .260 this season, a 794 OPS in 86 games, and the first pitch to him is a fastball, dots the upper outside corner for a called strike, 0-1. 16 doubles and a triple for Bastidas, 13 homers, 45 runs batted in. The 0-1 pitch is a curveball, poked foul. Third base side as the count quickly moves to 0-2. It's a 4-pitch offering for McDermott, a 4-seamer, then a curveball, a slider, and a change. He usually sits in the mid-90s, can touch 98 at points, and well, the scouts have really lauded his curveball. 12-6 action, picks up a lot of swings and misses. As the sun pushes across the infield right now, the 0-2 pitch to Bastidas is checked on. A slider misses wide, runs the count to a ball and 2 strikes. But even with the sunlight extending across the infield and most of the outfield, we still have rain. As the 1-2 pitch is popped up foul behind home plate, gets out of play on a high changeup. Count stays. Rosario struck out. Bastidas has had a good season against Bowie. As the 1-2 is poked slowly to short. Picked on a low hop at the knee by Joey Ortiz, and he fires a BB to first. 6-3 putout is the second out of the inning. Oh, now the rain is really starting to pick up a little bit. You can hear it on the microphone, and you can see a rainbow out past right field as Rodolfo Duran will step into the box, but it's really starting to come down, and it makes you wonder if they might ask for a brief delay. As the first pitch into Rodolfo Duran is a slider, misses down and away. Count starts out at 1-0. The Somerset bullpen is evacuating to try and get into at least covered areas as the 1-0 misses up and inside to Duran, make it 2 balls and no strikes. Meanwhile, the Bowie bullpen is just sitting there taking in the rain. It's a 224 average for Duran and a 669 OPS as the 2-0 is swung on in a lost bat. Goes sailing past the on-deck circle even with as much pine tar as you could ask for, this wet weather isn't going to help. And the way that it just continues to increase right now only serves to worsen the issue. But it runs the count to 2 balls and a strike. I don't think Duran even made contact while losing his bat there. Again, the problem is, while all of this rain falls, the sun is out. So you can easily tell that it's going to pass soon as the 2-1 pitch is checked on high, a fastball, count to 3-1. Bowie trails 2-1 here in the top of the second inning. Home runs doing the job. Joey Ortiz, a solo home run in the bottom of the first. Andres Chaparro, a 2-run home run here in this frame as the 3-1 misses down. Fastball for ball 4. Already the third walk given up by Chase McDermott here in his Double-A debut. His career high is 4 walks, and if you can believe it, it came just a couple of weeks ago. But with this rain and with the third walk, Josh Conway is going to come out and have a visit with his new pitcher. So McDermott had a bit of a funny turnover into the Orioles organization. So before he was traded, he had spent all season, of course, with the Astros High A affiliate, and the Astros High A affiliate plays in the same league as Aberdeen, the Orioles High A squad. And McDermott had made 1 appearance against Aberdeen earlier on the season, but his final appearance as a farmhand for Houston was actually against Aberdeen. And it was a ton of 4s, if you can believe it. 4 innings, 4 hits, and 4 runs, while walking 4. He did strike out 8, however, but that was his last start as an Astros farmhand, and then he immediately joined the clubhouse of the team that they were facing. Here's Eric Wagman, the number 9 batter. First pitch to him is a slider called for strike in the lower outside corner. That mound visit almost served an additional purpose to just kill a little bit of time as the rain has started to lighten slightly. It's still coming down at a decent clip, though, as the 0-1 misses outside to Wagman. Count runs even at a ball and a strike. But Wagman just in his 4th game as the rain starts to pick back up again. So there goes that. 5 for 10, however. Wagman, the 1-1. Called a strike on a fastball away. Count runs to a ball and 2 strikes now. But this rain is really not letting up. And it's unfortunate that it's happening while the sun still sits out. It's just sitting atop Bowie right now as the cell to our right in Annapolis practically just shot out an arm to its left to fall on top of Bowie in Prince George's Stadium. The 1-2 pitch. Curveball misses down to Wagman, and the count runs even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Runner at first, 2 away here in the top of the second inning. Somerset has jumped ahead to a 2-1 edge as the Baysox are trying to break out of their longest losing skid here in the second half. 2-2. Fouled off, back to the screen, and the count holds. But this is a lengthy inning for McDermott as well. He's already up to 26 pitches. As McDermott sets, you can hear the drops falling. The 2-2 is swung on and hammered out to deep center. Cowser is running back, but he's going to look up and watch it go. 2-run home run for Eric Wagman, the second 2-run home run of the inning for Somerset, and it's 4-1 Patriots. 106 miles an hour off the bat and 416 feet away from home plate. Wagman only has 6 hits in Double-A, and 2 of them are now home runs, as McDermott is running into a bit of a problem here in the second inning. A walk and then a home run twice. Now back to the top of the lineup for Anthony Volpe. Here's the first pitch. Volpe watches breaking ball find its way into the outside edge of the zone for a called strike. It's 0-1. Volpe flew out to left field his first time up. But again, this rain is not ceasing, so you can at least put some of the blame on that as the 0-1 pitch is poked at. Just a little reach out toward right field. Running down and making the catch, Hudson Haskin, to end the inning, but not before McDermott runs into a big problem. A walk and a home run happened to open the inning, happened to pretty much close the inning as well, as Somerset jumps ahead to a 4-1 lead. We're back after this. You're listening to Baysox Baseball.
Get the best deals at Prince George's Stadium with weekly promotions all season. Tuesdays are Military Appreciation Night. Purchase a box seat at the ticket office with a proof of service and you'll only pay half price. Bring along your furry friend on Woof Wednesday, and it's the best happy hour around every Thursday from 5 to 6:30. $2 Bud and Bud Light drafts with other beer specials throughout the year, and live music to get your night started. It's always a great time at the ballpark, so get your tickets now at Baysox.com.
On the Green Incorporated is your lawn care team, providing professional organic-based lawn care programs for residential and commercial lawns. Our lawn care programs provide ballpark quality results. Each service is custom tailored with guaranteed results for even the toughest lawns. On the Green also offers outdoor pest control services. Mosquitoes, ants, ticks, and more. Safely and effectively control insects and enjoy the outdoors this summer with On the Green Incorporated. Go to onthegreeninc.com.
Sky Shooter Displays by ZY Pyrotechnics will be lighting up the sky with top-of-the-line fireworks shows following Baysox games all season long. We will give you the best bang for your buck. Sky Shooter Displays include traditional shows, true pyro musicals, custom choreographed plays, and much more. The night sky is truly limitless, so don't be shy. Give ZY a try. Find out more by calling us at 570-328-1361 or visit us online, zypyrotechnics.com.
Oh, Bowie's in a hole now, and they've got to dig themselves out. As we move to the bottom of the second inning, the Baysox already trailing 4-1. First pitch in to Kobe Mayo from Will Warren is a slider that misses wide. Count opens up at 1-0. It'll be Mayo, Adam Hall, and then Maverick Hanley due up, as Somerset used a pair of two-run home runs in the second inning to really hammer Chase McDermott at his Double-A debut. Next pitch to Mayo is called for strike on the bottom edge. Count runs to a ball and a strike now. 171 average for Mayo and a 494 OPS in 9 games as the 1-1 pitch is called a strike. Runs the count to a ball and 2 strikes now. As we are still getting some rain, but it's now downgraded mostly to a light drizzle with the clouds still breaking up, even though a couple of heavy ones still loom out past center field. Here's the 1-2 offering, and Mayo watches breaking ball miss outside. Count runs even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. There's still a couple of umbrellas of the fans that remained in their seats, while a good portion of the fans have receded behind the seating area to the shade. 2-2 pitch misses down, and it runs the count full here on Mayo. Already the third full count for Will Warren just in his first 5 batters faced. Opponents haven't really hit him too hard on full counts, though, and the 3-2 is fouled off by Mayo. He lost a little bit of his footing and went down to a knee while chasing on that low changeup. Holds the count full. Warren has opponents just hitting 87 on full counts this year, but he's walked more batters than he's struck out. 11 strikeouts against 12 walks. So he normally works the contact. As another payoff to Mayo is swung on and missed for strike 3. Second strikeout for Will Warren as Bowie sends Adam Hall to the plate.
Number 14, Adam Hall.
282 average for Hall this year, a 748 OPS in 42 games played. 11 doubles, no triples, a homer. 11 runs batted in. First pitch from Warren is checked on, called a strike on the outside edge. It's 0-1. Again, Warren has not been a strikeout arm. Only 49 punch-outs in 65 2/3 innings. He's walked 24, allowed only 3 home runs. The 0-1 swung on and missed down and away, and it's 0-2. So that made Ortiz's home run all the more fun to just watch. Only 3 homers in 65 2/3 innings. Opponents are hitting Warren at a 232 average. 0-2 pitch. And Hall watches it low. Count runs to a ball and 2 strikes now. But Warren really jumped up there. He wasn't on any prospect watches, any lists when he joined the Yankees organization. Of course, this is still his first year, so it'd be tough to, as the 1-2 pitch misses inside. Count runs even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Unless you're a first-round draft selection, it's normally pretty difficult to jump up on those top 30 prospect lists before you've played a professional game. As the 2-2 is fouled off right side, Hall stays around for another one. But Warren has found himself well in the mix of the top 30 prospects in the Yankees organization, thanks to his numbers this season. As another 2-2 to Hall is swung on and missed inside for strike 3. Back-to-back punch-outs for Warren. He's racked up 3 on the day. And now Maverick Hanley to bat. Now Warren now finds himself as the Yankees' number 8 prospect according to MLB Pipeline and the number 6 prospect according to Baseball America. Here's Hanley, 234 average, a 762 OPS in 64 games played as they play him straight up on the infield and outfield. First pitch, he pops it up. Out toward right field, up against the line, so a tough play toward the bullpen, and it falls in just a little bit foul. Looks like we might get some field maintenance out of this rain in the next half inning. A couple of the grounds crew are starting to position themselves to sprint out and clear out any remaining puddles, but for now it looks like the rain has fully cleared. As Hanley digs back in for the 0-1 offering. 11 doubles and a triple for him this season, 8 homers, 40 runs batted in, the 0-1 pitch. This is high, a fastball from Warren, and the count runs even at a ball and a strike. It was a 29-pitch second inning for Chase McDermott. He's going to need a cleanup frame as the next pitch to Hanley misses up and inside. Counts to 2-1. And I said it back in that second, it's a lesson learned among pitchers when they make the jump from high A to double A. After that second inning, it'll be on McDermott to learn that lesson quickly, especially as he really digs into his second trip through the batting order. 2-1 pitch, and Hanley smokes it foul right side. Count runs even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Massive gap up the middle for Hanley. He doesn't hit it up the middle too often this season as the 2-2. Just misses low. 95-mile-an-hour fastball. Really seemed like the home plate umpire was about to ring him up, but he just flinched on it. But it sets full as Hanley calls for a quick time, just as Warren was still holding in the ready before winding. Bowie still running them full. They haven't been extending the plate appearances too much after that, though. The 3-2 pitch to Hanley is bounced to third but foul. So the count stays full. Maybe Hanley could rack up a couple of lengthy foul balls here. Run the pitch count up a little, or at least draw the walk. Do something to get him on base for Toby Welk. 3-2. Hanley just gets a piece. Hits off of the catcher's mid and rolls away to the right side as the count remains. And full counts aplenty here in this first couple of innings for Will Warren. Can't ignore that. As another 3-2 is called strike 3 on the bottom edge. Warren strikes out the side in the second. Bowie trails 4-1 heading into the third. You're listening to Baysox Baseball.
It takes time to get rich, flavorful coffee beans from the lush mountain regions of Colombia and Brazil to Royal Farms. But less than a minute to get yourself a delicious hot cup of the finest and freshest coffee in the world. Because Royal Farms' new Swiss-made coffee machines grind those rich, flavorful coffee beans and brew them one magnificent cup at a time. It's why Royal Farms makes the freshest and best coffee in the world. Real fresh, real fast. Royal Farms.
Get your gear and memorabilia from your favorite Baysox players and future stars of the Baltimore Orioles at the Tackle Box Team Store. Jerseys, hats, autographed bats and balls, all at great prices. Located right at the main gate at Prince George's Stadium and online at BaysoxShop.com, the Tackle Box is the only place to get the best Baysox gear for you and your favorite fan. It's the Tackle Box at Prince George's Stadium and at BaysoxShop.com.
At DCA Imaging Systems, we provide a tenured team of office technology professionals ready to be your trusted advisors. From document creation, output devices, scanning and workflow, to document security and storage, we understand people print, not printers. Give DCA Imaging a call, 301-577-1021, or find out more about how we can help you. DCAimaging.com. DCA Imaging Systems, office technology made easy.
Chase Mcdermott back out to try for a cleaner inning as Bowie trails 4-1 entering the third. Matt Sabatis with you from Prince George's Stadium as Everson Pereira will lead off. 2, 3, and 4 in the Somerset lineup. Pereira walked his first time up, got caught stealing second base. First pitch, and he grounds it up the third base line, a base hit. Third base was played in, and that burned him. Pereira's going to head to second base as it's picked out of the corner. Leadoff double, just his first double here at Double-A, but his third extra base hit. And Somerset, for the second consecutive inning, opens with a batter on base.
Catcher, Austin Wells.
So here's Austin Wells, grounded out to the shortstop back in the first inning. They put a decent shift on for the left-hander, with shortstop playing close to the bag. Mcdermott sets, holds at the waist, and fires the first pitch. Slider misses down and in, gets past Handley, runner goes to third. Now this inning is not off to a good start. Wild pitch. It's the first batter of the inning, 90 feet away from adding on an additional run for Somerset. This is bound to happen for Bowie. There's not much that you can get too excited about, or I shouldn't say excited, but too overly hopeful about, as the infield will play in. With a pitcher making his Double-A debut, you can get excited, but you've got to keep your expectations tempered. As the next pitch is popped up out towards shallow left, it's going to be Adam Hall to make the call. Left fielder sprints down to make the catch. So the first out as Wells is retired, and now Elijah Dunham will step up. He walked and scored in the second inning. But again, you do have to keep your expectations tempered. Not everyone is going to have what Casey Mize did for the Erie Seawolves back in 2019. Threw a no-hitter in his Double-A debut for Erie against Altoona. And as Dunham steps in, left-hander, with the first pitch home, called a strike. Change up on the lower inside corner. It's 0-1. But again, sometimes a pitcher will just run into a tough situation where they use what was maybe a little bit successful down at the lower level. It's not going to be as successful at the higher level as the 0-1 pitch misses low. Count runs even at a ball and a strike, while at the same time you're playing at a much different facility than you're used to. A facility that is much more hitter-friendly, while against a team that is the hottest hitting team, the hardest hitting team in the Eastern League. As the 1-1 is a nice curveball, called for strike on the outside edge, count to 1-2. Runner at second, only one away here in the top of the third inning, as Bowie already trails 4-1. Baysox had an early 1-0 edge, but a pair of two-run home runs in the second inning dashed their hopes pretty quickly. As the 1-2 is popped foul behind home plate, gets out of play. Count stays at a ball and 2 strikes. Rain has subsided mostly, and the fans that had departed to find themselves some covering have returned. They've wiped off their seats, and they've gotten comfortable again. As another 1-2 just misses inside. Not too sure by how much. Really looked like it probably ran a little bit to the left of the chalk. And it runs the count even at 2. Infield still plays in. The next pitch is swung on and missed for strike 3. Nasty curveball down for Mcdermott, his second strikeout today. And that curveball is really showing what it's capable of. Perhaps we see it more on some of those 2-strike opportunities. As we've been seeing it earlier, the batters have been laying off, and it's been leading to an early ball. As Chaparro steps in, first pitch, and he takes a half swing. Went around on a slider down and away. Home plate umpire rings him up on it, and the count opens up at 0-1. Chaparro hammered the first pitch he saw, a belt-high changeup out to left field in the second inning. Jumped ahead as Bowie led 1-0 at that point. The 0-1 pitch misses high, and the count runs even at a ball and a strike. It's Chaparro's second home run in as many days, and his 12th on the season. Made it 2-1. Eric Wagman had a 2-run home run later in the inning as the 1-1 pitch is called a strike at the knees. Fastball runs the count to a ball and 2 strikes. Everson Pereira led off the inning with a double, and on the very next pitch moved to third on a wild pitch. Let's see if we get the curveball here from Chase. The next pitch is a slider, however. Down and away. Count evens at 2. Imagine we get the curveball at some point now. Try to feed it a little bit inside, see if you can get Chaparro to swing and miss. See if you can strand that runner at third base. That's the goal right now. The 2-2 pitch. Breaking ball, popped up foul right side. It was the slider again as it gets out of play. It's off of a couple of seat backs, and the count remains even at 2. But McDermott is up to 57 pitches already today. As he fires another 2-2. It's a slider, misses down and away. Run the count full. Most he's thrown in an outing this season was a career-high 86 back in June, when he was an Astros farmhand, of course. The payoff pitch here to Chaparro is swung on and missed for strike 3. Another slider, and after a leadoff double and a wild pitch, McDermott escapes the third with nothing brought across. We go to the bottom of the third. Hopefully Bowie can turn that into something for them offensively. They trail 4-1. You're listening to Baysox Baseball.
Most people don't know what a steam fitter is. More importantly, what we do and how much it impacts you. Just take a moment to think about what your world would look like if you didn't have the ability to generate electricity, to have heating or air conditioning, microchip production, internet service, web-based storage, cellular service, and frozen or refrigerated produce. Could you imagine? And these are just some of the things that we impact. Please visit steamfitters-602.org and let's talk about how we can bring value to you.
Get the best deals at Prince George's Stadium with weekly promotions all season. Tuesdays are Military Appreciation Night. Purchase a box seat at the ticket office with a proof of service and you'll only pay half price. Bring along your furry friend on Woof Wednesday, and it's the best happy hour around every Thursday from 5 to 6:30. $2 Bud and Bud Light drafts with other beer specials throughout the year, and live music to get your night started. It's always a great time at the ballpark, so get your tickets now at Baysox.com.
The Baysox are calling all deadheads to make their way out to Prince George's Stadium on Friday, August 26th for Grateful Dead Night. With special themes and music all night throughout the game, it'll culminate in a Grateful Dead-themed fireworks show to cap the evening. Fans who purchase a special package ticket will receive a limited edition Baysox Grateful Dead t-shirt collaboration and a ticket to the game, so be sure to get there. Friday, August 26th, it's Grateful Dead Night at the ballpark. Find out more at Baysox.com. Well, fans, cares around the corner at Patient First. Urgent care that's open 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. every day of the year. No appointment needed. Learn more at patientfirst.com. Bottom of the third in Bowie as the Baysox trail 4-1. And the first pitch here to Toby Welk is called a strike on the bottom half of the zone. 0-1 to open from Will Warren. Warren will face off against 8-9-1 in the Baysox lineup. Welk, then Andrew Dashbach and Connor Norby. Next pitch misses just wide. Slider runs it even at a ball and a strike. Warren has struck out 4 batters today, including the side in the second inning. As the 1-1 pitch, there's another slider, still misses. Count to 2 balls and a strike on Welk, who's hitting .190 this season. .629 OPS in 17 games. 2 doubles, no triples, 3 homers, 10 runs batted in. Here's the 2-1, and it's fouled off, just a piece over to the right side. Run the count even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Who needs to make the most of their offense right now? As the 2-2 comes in, and it's fouled off again left side, slowly this time. Because they're getting what they needed last week. And that's losses from Erie. When you look at the playoff picture, Bowie needed Erie losses to stay in the hunt, and they just weren't getting them. The 2-2 is fouled off again. Welk ahead of a slow changeup inside. Hit off of his body, and the count remains. Erie just would not lose. They picked up a 6-game sweep over New Hampshire last week, and that was able to help catapult them into first place while Bowie struggled in their Akron series. But now Erie lost yesterday's game in a series opener with Akron, and they're losing today as the 2-2 was swung on and missed inside for strike 3. 4 straight strikeouts for Warren, 5 overall, and there's 1 gone here in the third. Only 1 base runner for Bowie. Joey Ortiz's solo home run in the first.
Number 12, Andrew Dashbach.
But with Erie losing last night, and they're currently losing already today, 5-0 in the top of the 4th inning, Bowie is being gifted 2 chances as the first pitch to Andrew Dashbach is a line drive smoked into center field. Dashbach has hits in 2 of his last 3 games, and he's Bowie's second base runner tonight as it goes back to the top of the lineup for Connor Norby. There's a lot of factors that go into play in just this week alone, with Erie and Akron playing each other. If Akron can continue to run on that series, but if Bowie can pick up some wins and run themselves, then they would hold Akron at bay while gaining ground on Erie. The first pitch to Connor Norby is swung on and missed outside. It's 0-1. But if Bowie keeps losing while Akron makes a run on Erie, they gain ground on both Bowie and Erie, and they can make a run at first place. As the 0-1 pitch to Norby is swung on and driven high to shallow center. This one will carry back out a little bit, but Everson Pereira watches it the whole way. So 2 away. As Norby flies out, he's 0 for 2 on the day, and now Colton Cowser will dig in.
Center fielder.
And that's what was so frustrating about last night for Bowie's loss, is that they had early opportunities, as they have plenty of times this season, putting runners on base in the first and then stranding them. Bowie left 5 on base yesterday, including runners in scoring position in the first and second innings. First pitch to Colton Cowser is called a strike on a high fastball. It's 0-1. All while losing just 2-1. And all while the Erie Seawolves nearly got no hit. Bowie could have gained a game. And now they're running into a similar problem here, trailing 4-1 in the bottom of the third as the next pitch to Cowser misses high. Fastball runs the count even at a ball and a strike. As Bowie has only managed 2 hits, Will Warren is dealing with 5 strikeouts. Here's the 1-1 offering, and Cowser watches a called strike. Fastball dots the inside corner of the zone, and it's a ball and 2 strikes now. And again, runner at first, 2 away here in the bottom of the third inning. As Warren holds set at the waist. Norby feigns the takeoff, and the pitch is ripped hard to second, and it ricochets off of the glove of Jesus Bastidas, slowly rolled into center field. Norby will go to third base. That's got to be a single for how hard it was hit. 104 miles an hour off of the bat from Colton Cowser. Second hit of the day for Bowie. I said Norby. Dashbach goes first to third. Hits in 3 consecutive games for Cowser now. And after Ortiz hit the solo home run to give Bowie the lead in the first inning, if he has it in him, he could tie the game here. Ortiz has only 1 career multi-home run game. It came last month. Back when Bowie was playing Altoona, he had a pair of solo shots. Rather, no, Bowie was playing Akron, as a matter of fact. As the first pitch in is called a strike on the bottom edge. Count opens up at 0-1. Bowie was playing Akron, and Ortiz's 2 solo home runs amounted to the only 2 runs for Bowie in the game, as they won 2-1. It's his only career multi-home run game. Pickoff throw to first is close, just late though, as Cowser was able to slide back in time. We'll wait on the 0-1 offering to Ortiz. Ortiz's homer in the first is what was the first time that Warren had given up a home run on a full count this season. First and third, 2 away as Bowie trails by 3, the 0-1. Ortiz watches a called strike right down Broadway. That's one of the key problems with Will Warren and his fastball. It's got some good run on both planes. Bowie has been watching them for called strikes today, and that's tough to watch. Cowser gets picked off. His secondary lead got caught, and now he's in a rundown. They're going to throw home, and they throw it away! Dashbach took off on the back end, and he scores! Cowser moves into second base, and it's 4-2 Bowie. Well, Somerset's still ahead 4-2. You've got the gist of it. Jesus Bastidas just took his eyes off for a split second to see Dashbach sprinting home. And his mind was working a little bit faster than his body. So Cowser is still picked off. but it will be a throwing error in E4 that allows Dashbach to score. Now an additional run in scoring position for Bowie, but an 0-2 pitch to Ortiz is just nicked foul right side. So while that's not the best outcome for the Baysox, it's still a step in the right direction. 8th error for Bastidas at second base this season. In 72 games, the 0-2 to Ortiz, breaking ball and a foul, rolled over to the third base side as the count stays at 0-2. Still got heavy clouds just kind of hanging out right now at Prince George's Stadium. You can still see some good clips of light blue sky just dotted throughout center field and kind of through right field as well, but it looks like we're being split from the rain that is around, and it's mostly moved south of us now. Fortunate. 0-2 pitch. Ortiz flinches on a slider down and away. They'll appeal. He held back in time. And the count runs to a ball and 2 strikes. Colton Cowser at second base. And the 1-2 pitch. Oh! Warren did not deliver. That's a balk as he started his motion and must not have had the proper grip on the rubber with his back foot. He just fell over to his side a little bit. Didn't actually fall down, but just stopped halfway through his motion and just had to catch himself while falling over to the right side. So the balk pushes Cowser to third base. And it's a ball and 2 strikes on Ortiz. The next pitch is fouled off. Just a bloop behind the screen. Count stays. That is perhaps, though, one of the strangest trips around the base paths I've seen, just in terms of overall movement from first to third. Cowser advances to second on a pickoff, followed by an error, and then to third on a balk. Still a ball and 2 strikes. Ortiz has been in the box for quite some time, even though it's just been 5 pitches. Another 1-2. This is down, and the count runs even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Because, I mean, there were 2 pickoff throws. Let me make that 3 pickoff throws, and then the balk around these pitches as the 2-2 comes in, and Ortiz ends up swinging and missing anyway. Curveball down ends the inning on Warren's 6th strikeout. Bowie strands a runner at third. They're gifted a run on a pickoff and an error. And as we go to the 4th, they still trail 4-2. You're listening to Baysox Baseball.
On the Green Incorporated is your lawn care team, providing professional organic-based lawn care programs for residential and commercial lawns. Our lawn care programs provide ballpark quality results. Each service is custom tailored with guaranteed results for even the toughest lawns. On the Green also offers outdoor pest control services. Mosquitoes, ants, ticks, and more. Safely and effectively control insects and enjoy the outdoors this summer with On the Green Incorporated. Go to onthegreeninc.com.
Baseball is a game of specialists. Base stealers, closers, cleanup hitters. Together, they help their team stand out from the rest. Specialists also help set Chesapeake Employers Insurance apart from other workers' compensation insurance companies. Our health services team includes orthopedic surgeons, nurse case managers, a physical therapist, and more, all to get your employee back to work, contain costs, and keep premiums down. That's teamwork. To learn more, connect with your agent or visit Chesapeake Employers at CEIWC.com.
The best way to take in a Baysox game is with a group outing at Prince George's Stadium. Everything from entertaining clients to birthday parties and even fundraising opportunities for your team, the Baysox offer plenty of options for your group at unbeatable rates, with plenty of options on suites, seats, and decks around the ballpark. Your group can eat their fill and have an unforgettable time. Find out more and schedule your group outing by calling 301-464-4880 or going to Baysox.com.
We're on to the 4th inning here in Bowie as the Baysox have trimmed into the Somerset lead, but not really much on their own offense. It was a pickoff and an error that allowed Bowie to score. They still trail 4-2. As Chase McDermott comes out for his 4th inning of work, he was able to dance around danger in the 3rd inning after allowing a leadoff double and a wild pitch. A runner at 3rd with nobody out, but he stranded them there with a shallow flyout and 2 strikeouts. As it'll be left-hander Jason Rosario to start, as the umpires have to call for a brief time. The grounds crew hadn't fully gotten off the field of play just yet, so they had to wait for that. But now McDermott is set. First pitch to Rosario is a breaking ball. Where did that miss? Curveball, you could call it a little bit high, but that was dead on the zone. Here's the 1-0, I suppose. Misses down and inside, so the count goes to 2-0. I've been seeing a lot of interesting decisions lately and some couple of calls that have come through. As the 2-0 pitch is swung on and missed high, a fastball. Count goes to 2-1. And if you've listened this season, you know I'm not a big critic. I'm not the kind of guy that will call out and say, oh, that pitch missed every single time. It's like, oh, that one probably should have. Not even probably. I'm not the kind of guy to say, oh, that was a strike. He called it wrong. No. But if there's something that is dead on the zone and it's just called a ball, you got to call it out. Next pitch misses low and it's 3-1. Here's the offering to Rosario. High for ball 4. That, granted, the first pitch still didn't miss. But that's the 4th walk for McDermott today. Ties a career high. So 3rd consecutive inning that Somerset has put the leadoff batter on base. 2nd time by a walk. As Jesus Bastidas is in, he grounded out to shortstop his first time up. Third base plays in and the first pitch misses wide. Fastball as the count starts out at 1-0. We could try for the double play. Bastidas has hit into 5 of them this season, but he is more of a fly ball hitter this year. As the 1-0 pitch is swung on and missed down. Good change-up, runs the count even at a ball and a strike. McDermott had 2+ years at Ball State University. I say 2+ because one of them was 2020, so he didn't really get a full season pitching there. As he fires the 1-1, and it's grounded foul. Third base side, a ball and 2 strikes now on Bastidas. And he pitched well with the Cardinals there. 12-4 record, a 3.43 ERA. 199 strikeouts in 139 innings pitched. Had Tommy John surgery just before his freshman year, so he redshirted that season. Pickoff throw to first, just high. Rosario has been a threat this year. 16 attempts, he's only been caught 5 times. But after Maverick Handley caught Everson Pereira in the first inning, Somerset has not tried. Here's the 1-2, fouled off just a piece, ahead on the breaking ball. Just got it back to the screen as the count stays at a ball and 2 strikes. A very calm day here at Prince George's Stadium now that the rain has cleared up. The 1-2 pitch. This is high, a breaking ball. Count runs even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. McDermott has a handful of snappy little motions that he makes when it comes to his overall set. After he holds set at the waist, he'll snap his head up and down in a couple of different rhythms as he fires the next pitch home and it bounces off of Maverick Handley. Runner advances. That's the 2nd wild pitch for McDermott today. 3rd inning, he gave up that leadoff double and a wild pitch to put him in scoring, put him at 3rd base. And here a leadoff walk and a wild pitch to put the runner in scoring position. Runs the count full on Bastidas. This is probably going to be the last inning for McDermott, just based on pitches thrown and the way that the inning is and the way that the game itself is gone, as well as this inning, as the 3-2 is way outside ball 4. Career high 5 walks for McDermott here in his Double-A debut. And Maverick Handley is going to come out just before Rodolfo Duran steps in. This might be the most walks by a single pitcher for the Baysox this season. It is. Bowie trails 4-2 here in the top of the fourth inning. Duran walked himself in the second inning and came home to score on Eric Wagman's two-run home run. Middle infield looks for hopefully a two-out ball. First pitch. Nice curveball called for strike. It's 0-1 to start. It has not been a high strike kind of day for Chase McDermott, however. As the 0-1 pitch is fouled off behind home plate, count goes to 0-2. So even with those two strikes there, he's only throwing about 56% of his pitches for strikes, which is pretty low in terms of just an overall strike rate. You want to be at 60 at the minimum. The 0-2, way outside. Slider is just not getting anyone right now for McDermott. Curveball has been finding a little bit of success. He did get the slider for one good pitch, and that was the strikeout of Andres Chaparro in the third inning. But right now, the slider is just not taking. The 1-2 is fouled off right side. Change up down there. Count remains at a ball and 2 strikes. But McDermott is up to 75 pitches already. First and second, still no one out here in the top of the fourth inning. The 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss for strike 3. Little piece on a fastball back into the mid of the catcher, and that's the 4th strikeout for McDermott here in his Double-A debut. Still the first out of the fourth inning as Eric Wagman will step in. 2-run home run back in the second inning. First pitch in. This is way outside again. Slider. This count starts out at 1-0. No action in the Bowie bullpen, however, even with just 1 out here in the fourth inning. 1-0. Popped foul right side. Horns the count even at a ball and a strike now. And again, you could credit some of the rain for the issues that McDermott had in the second inning, yes. But Somerset did have to deal with the rain just as much as McDermott when it came to gripping the bat and trying to get power on him. And they were still able to hit 2 home runs. The 1-1 is poked slowly over to first. Dashbach has to hold on it and underhand of the pitcher covering. Runners will advance. Rosario to third, Bastidas to second base on that slow bouncer. Wagman retired on a 3-1 putout for the second out of the frame. And it goes back to the top of the lineup for Anthony Volpe. Now Bowie gets someone up in the bullpen. It's right-hander Tyler Birch. This next pitch will be number 80 for Chase McDermott. First pitch. This is high to Volpe, and it's 1-0 to start. A couple of flyouts for Volpe today. One to left field, one to right field. He went attacking on the second pitch in both plate appearances. So we'll see what he does here. And he's ahead on a 1-0 count. Next pitch. He holds off on it. Fastball misses wide. Runs the count to 2 balls and no strikes. Second and third with 2 away. As the next pitch. Misses high. 3 balls and no strikes. And Bowie trailing 4-2 here in the top of the fourth inning. As McDermott is in danger of walking the bases loaded here in the frame. 3-0 to Volpe is way too far outside. 4-pitch walk for his 6th walk of the day. Is that going to be it? Not sure Birch had enough time to warm up. They could send Josh Conway out for an initial visit, and that's what they're going to do. So Conway will come out as McDermott has walked 3 batters here in the fourth inning and has the bases loaded with 2 outs. Everson Pereira will bat. I believe Pereira had a bases loaded opportunity yesterday, if I'm not mistaken. No, he had a runner at second and third and flew out to left field. Pereira is 0 for 1 with the bases loaded this season. Take a look around the Eastern League briefly. Harrisburg and Altoona had to complete a suspended game that was tied at 2 before the rain hit yesterday, and it went into extras, eventually reaching the 11th inning before Harrisburg exploded for 5 runs in the 11th to win 7-4. Game 2 is just underway. Well, not just underway. They're in the 5th inning, but it's looking exactly the same as Game 1. They're tied at 2, headed into the top of the 5th there. New Hampshire leads Hartford 2-1 in the 2nd inning. Reading and Portland are scoreless after 2. Binghamton trails Richmond 4-0 after 3.5, and Akron is blanking Erie 5-0. That's why Bowie needs something good, as the first pitch to Everson Pereira is called a strike on a slider, low and away. Earns the Bronx cheer as the count starts out at 0-1. Pereira doubled on the first pitch he saw in the 3rd inning. He's 0 for 1 with the bases loaded this season. Here's the 0-1 pitch. This is outside. Fastball runs the count even at a ball and a strike. This is the last batter that McDermott is going to face. It's pretty simple considering the amount of time that Birch has had to warm up now. The 1-1 misses outside, and the count goes to 2-1. And there's only 2 outcomes that can come from this plate appearance. Either Pereira reaches and a run is scored, or Pereira is put out and the inning is over. In whichever case happens, McDermott is going to be done. The 2-1. Hammered out to right center field. Gauser's running back. He's looking for the wall. He leaps, and it's way out. Grand slam for Everson Pereira. Bowie trails 8-2. Second homer for Pereira this season. He's up to 7 RBI. 105 miles an hour off the bat and 399 feet away from home plate. 3rd home run of the game for Somerset. Well, now with the bases clear, let's see if they just leave McDermott out there in what's become a low-pressure situation. Nope, he's done. So Tyler Birch coming on. Bowie trails 8-2. You're listening to Baysox Baseball.
A birthday bash with the Baysox is the best time at the ballpark. Bring your friends and family out to celebrate and be the star of the show. Dance on the dugout with Louie, play games in the stadium, introduce a batter in the game, and you'll even get to have the stadium sing for you. Baysox birthday parties, an unforgettable, one-of-a-kind experience at Prince George's Stadium. Book yours by calling 301-464-4880 or at baysox.com.
From sprains to stitches, sore throats to stomach aches, and pulled muscles to poison ivy, care is around the corner at Patient First. Walk in to see a doctor from 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. every day of the year. X-rays, lab tests, and prescription drugs are on site, and most major insurance plans are accepted. For routine illnesses and injuries, Patient First is here for you. Patient First, the name fits.
Patient First, proud partner of the Bowie Baysox, open 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. every day.
Well, things are out of hand for Bowie here in the top of the 4th inning as the Baysox are relegated to making a pitching change. With the bases empty and 2 away, those bases were emptied in a tough way. As Chase McDermott departs his Double-A debut, it was not a pretty one by pretty much most metrics. He finishes with 3 2/3 innings, allowed only 4 hits, but 8 runs. All were earned for McDermott. That is a career high in runs. He struck out only 4 batters and walked 6, which was also career high. He allowed 3 home runs, which was also a career high. As Bowie trails 8-2 here in the top of the 4th inning, Tyler Birch will take over. See how much Bowie can get out of him on what's been a great run for Birch lately, but no matter how well he pitches, it's going to be on the Bowie offense the rest of the day to see if they can overcome a 6-run deficit, something that they have not been able to do this season. As Austin Wells will dig in, 0 for 2 day for the left-handed batter. As Birch holds and fires the first pitch in. Wells attacks it and fouls off back behind the plate. Count opens up at 0-1. So with bases empty and 2 outs, Birch, a 6'2", 190-pound right-hander traded over from Philadelphia in 2021, the Galvis deal, fires the 0-1, and Wells watches it bounce in. Runs the count even to a ball and a strike. So at this point for Bowie, it's just get through the day, see what the offense can do. But at this rate, Will Warren has not been allowing too much. The only real run that he allowed to pass was Joey Ortiz's solo home run back in the first inning. The other run that came across was on a botched pickle from the infielders as the 1-1 pitch is fouled off a little bit to the right side. Run the count to ball and 2 strikes now. Here's the 1-2. This is down and inside. Runs the count even at 2 balls and 2 strikes on Wells. Tyler Birch comes into today's game, 26 appearances, an 0-5 record, and a 6.27 ERA. But again, he's been on a good run. That number has been trending downward. 33 innings, 34 strikeouts, 12 walks. 2-2 pitch. Down and inside. On the count full here. Birch did allow a run against Akron on the 12th, his only appearance in the Akron series, but he still spun 2 innings and earned a hold while striking out 4. Here's the payoff. Wells bounces it to first, right on a nose to Andrew Dashbach. Takes it to the bag himself, and the inning is over. Somerset needs just 1 hit in the 4th inning to bring home 4 runs. A grand slam for Everson Pereira, and as we go to the bottom of the 4th, Bowie trails 8-2. You're listening to Baysox Baseball.
Sky Shooter Displays by ZY Pyrotechnics will be lighting up the sky with top-of-the-line fireworks shows following Baysox games all season long. We will give you the best bang for your buck. Sky Shooter Displays include traditional shows, true pyro musicals, custom choreographed plays, and much more. The night sky is truly limitless, so don't be shy. Give ZY a try. Find out more by calling us at 570-328-1361 or visit us online, zypyrotechnics.com.
Celebrate your Chesapeake pride on Friday, August 19th as the Baysox host Maryland's Baytoberfest at Prince George's Stadium. All things Maryland presented by Royal Farms with an upcoming special Baytoberfest beer stein and ticket package available. And with a big chance to celebrate all things Maryland, it wouldn't be complete without your very own Maryland flag-designed Baysox hat with Adley Rutschman and his number 35 patched on the side. It's the Maryland Baytoberfest and the Adley Rutschman hat giveaway Friday, August 19th at Prince George's Stadium. So get your tickets at baysox.com.
At DCA Imaging Systems, we provide a tenured team of office technology professionals ready to be your trusted advisors. From document creation, output devices, scanning and workflow, to document security and storage, we understand people print, not printers. Give DCA Imaging a call, 301-577-1021, or find out more about how we can help you. DCAimaging.com. DCA Imaging Systems, office technology made easy.
Well, fans, don't forget about 80s night coming up to Prince George's Stadium. Isn't that tomorrow? Should be tomorrow. So break out those blue jeans. Maybe if you got a jean jacket somewhere in the closet as well, dust it off and bring it out for a tubular night with all the big hair, the music, and everything else you could ask for. 80s night at Prince George's Stadium. Speaking of 8s, Somerset has 8 runs, but he only has 2. Grand slam for Everson Pereira in the 4th inning. Has knocked this game out of reach for Bowie. And as Will Warren was getting ready on the mound, he asked for a little bit of maintenance on the back end of the mound. And to have the cleat spikes broken up just a little, cleaned up so he could clear out his own cleats. And we had a bit of a delay before we can get going here in the bottom of the 4th. It'll be Hudson Askin, Kobe Mayo, and Adam Hall set to bat. Askin will lead off. He grounded out back to the pitcher on the first pitch he saw in the 1st inning. First pitch here. It's called a strike on a changeup outside edge, and the count opens up at 0-1. Long time on the bench for Will Warren, at least. Around the 3 walks in the 4th inning. The grand slam and the pitching change as the next pitch is smoked under the glove of the pitcher, picked up by Jesus Bastidas at second, and sent to first base. Askin retired on a 6-3, and there's quickly 1 gone. Only 3 hits for Bowie today, 2 runs, one of them unearned on Warren. After Andrew Dashbach and Colton Kauser each singled in the 3rd inning, Kauser was picked off. But in the midst of the rundown that Cowser had found himself in, Andrew Dashbach sprinted home, and the throw home to try and beat him went wild. First pitch to Gobi Mayo is fouled off right side, and the count starts out at 0-1. Mayo struck out swinging back in the second inning. Here's the next. And here's a line drive, center field base hit. Good crack up the middle for Mayo. He's got hits in 2 of his last 3 games now, and Bowie has matched their hit total in yesterday's loss, while, of course, already eclipsing their run total. First pitch to Adam Hall is bounced slowly back to the pitcher. A swinging bunt where it's picked up by Will Warren and sent to first. Mayo on to second base. But a 1-3 put out is the second out of the frame. Bowie trails 8-2 here in the 4th inning. Maverick Hanley will bat. As Warren steps off the back of the rubber before delivering the first pitch. The runner at second might as well recycle the signs quickly. Hanley struck out looking back in the second inning on a full count. First pitch misses down and away a fastball, and the count starts out at 1-0. So again, the way that today is trending for Bowie, at least it won't see them lose too much ground in the standings. As the 1-0 pitch is bounced over to short, nearly hits Mayo. He has to juke it, where it's picked up by the shortstop, Anthony Volpe, and sent to first base. 1 out single stranded. We can talk more standings in a bit, but as we go to the 5th, Bowie trails 8-2. You're listening to Baysox Baseball.
Hey kids, the Baysox Futures Club is the best way to be a fan of the Baysox, and it's completely free for kids ages 3 through 12. Futures Club members get access to special members-only events, discount ticket offers, and free gifts for just signing up. Parents, head over to Baysox.com to sign up your kids, so don't miss out on all the promotions and giveaways at Prince George's Stadium this season and next. The Baysox Futures Club. Sign up now at Baysox.com.
If you're working in the Washington, D.C. metropolitan area as a pipe fitter, pipe welder, or HVAC service technician, and you're interested in a better life, a better means to provide for yourself and your family, a way to make sure that you're earning the highest wages and the best benefits in our industry. Visit our website at steamfitters-602.org. That's steamfitters-602.org. And let's talk about what we can do to help change your life.
Hey, coffee lovers. Know where you'll find the world's freshest cup of coffee? Right here at Royal Farms. Because with our new brewing system, it takes less than a minute to go from selecting the kind of coffee you want to this. The freshest, most flavorful cup of coffee you can buy is at Royal Farms. So try one. It'll be love at first sip. Because it's the freshest coffee in the world. Real fresh, real fast, Royal Farms.
Well, we're on to the 5th inning here in Bowie as the Baysox are not having the best of days. They trail 8-2 to Somerset. Trio of home runs doing all the damage for the Patriots. A couple of 2-run bombs and then a grand slam in the 4th inning from Everson Pereira. As Tyler Birch takes on his first full inning of relief, came in and retired the only batter he needed to in the 4th. Austin Wells grounded out on a full count. Elijah Dunham will lead off here in the 5th, 0 for 1 with a walk and a run scored. First pitch home, and a check swing and a breaking ball down and inside. Count starts out at 1-0. Well, the walks are what burn you, and that's a massive fact in today's game. As the 1-0 pitch Swung on and missed high. It's 1-1. A career-high 6 walks for Chase McDermott in his Double-A debut. It was the most walks by a Bay Sox pitcher all season. Previous high was only 4. And of the 6 walks that McDermott allowed, 5 of them scored. The 1-1. Half swing and a high fastball from Birch. Count goes to 2 balls and a strike now on Dunham. After him, it'll be Andres Chaparro and Jason Rosario to bat. Now, of course, if you take away the walks entirely, Bowie would still be trailing. The home runs would all be solo home runs, but Bowie would only be down by 1 run instead of 6, as this next pitch is belted out to center field. Gauser initially hesitates on it while backing up before finding it again, stepping back a couple of more feet and making the catch. So 1 away, and now here's Chaparro.
Third baseman, Andres Chaparro.
1 for 2 day for him after he slugged a 2-run home run to left field in the 2nd inning. Struck out swinging back in the 3rd inning. First pitch, misses down. Start the count out at 1-0. Birch is usually able to take a couple of innings for Bowie. As the 1-0 pitch. Misses down and away. Count runs to 2 balls and no strikes. He did take 2 innings his last time out. Last 5 appearances, he's pitched at least 2 innings in 3 of them. As he fires the 2-0, and Chaparro fouls it off to the other side. Count to 2-1. Pretty hard and shift on for Bowie. It's been playing well for them at least when Chaparro puts it on the ground. 2 left side infielders are playing very close to third base. Ortiz is deeper than the 5.5 hole on the third base side. 2-1, swing and a miss. Fastball outside runs the count even at 2, while the second baseman, Connor Norby, is pretty much playing on top of the bag. Two-two. Called strike 3. Birch punches a fastball in the lower inside corner. Strikes out Chaparro for his first of the day. 5th overall for Bay Sox pitching, and quickly 2 gone for Jason Rosario. Birch has retired all 3 batters he's faced. Left-hander Rosario walked in the 4th inning. First pitch home. It is called a strike at the knees. Count opens up at 1-0. It's a 4-pitch offering for Birch. 4-seamer, a curveball, a change, and a slider. Added that slider this season as the 0-1 pitch is belted out to center field, but shallow. Cowser held on it for quite some time before finally running down and making the catch. 3 up, 3 down inning includes 2 flyouts to center and a strikeout. Halfway home here at Prince George's Stadium with a lot of ground to cover for Bowie. They trail 8-2. You're listening to Bay Sox Baseball.
Well, it's the night that all Orioles fans should have circled on their calendar. Sunday, August 21st, when the Bay Sox celebrate Birdland. We know you're already loud and proud at Prince George's Stadium, but you don't want to miss this game, as the Bay Sox will be giving away special mystery autographed items from the 2022 team. The first 750 fans ages 3 and up will receive a mystery autographed item, so be sure to get your tickets fast. Sunday, August 21st, the Birdland celebration. Go to baysox.com.
Everyone deserves a great smile, and Rad Orthodontics is here to help you, Bowie Baysox fans. Rad Orthodontics accepts most insurance, and whether it's braces or Invisalign aligners, anyone can get the smile they've always wanted with our flexible payment options. With 2 of the country's leading orthodontists right here in the D.C. area, we love to see Baysox fans smile with confidence. So get that amazing smile you deserve. Visit radsmile.com today and book your free consult. That's radsmile.com for Rad Orthodontics, official smile provider of the Bowie Baysox.
Baseball is a game of specialists. Base stealers, closers, cleanup hitters. Together, they help their team stand out from the rest. Specialists also help set Chesapeake Employers Insurance apart from other workers' compensation insurance companies. Our health services team includes orthopedic surgeons, nurse case managers, a physical therapist, and more, all to get your employee back to work, contain costs, and keep premiums down. That's teamwork. To learn more, connect with your agent or visit Chesapeake Employers at CEIWC.com.
So glad you're keeping it with us here from Prince George's Stadium. Matt Sabatis with you from the ballpark in Bowie. Always a pleasure to have you on. Unfortunately, it's not been as good of a day for the Baysox as Toby Welk digs in. First pitch from Will Warren misses low, and it's 1-0 to start. Bowie trails 8-2. Somerset has hit 3 home runs. The Baysox have 1 run on a solo home run and the other run on an error. The 1-0 pitch to Welk is called a strike in the lower outside corner, and it's 1-1. It'll be 8-9-1 due up for Bowie in this half inning. Welk, then Andrew Dashbach and Connor Norby as the next pitch in from Will Warren is popped up foul right side. A ball and 2 strikes now. Welk struck out swinging on a 2-2 offering back in the third. But again, a lot of ground to cover for Bowie. They do not have many come-from-behind wins this season either. They're a team that goes on big runs, try to do it early and try to hold it. As the 1-2 pitch is checked on outside and appealed to the base umpire, and Welk held off. Runs the count even at 2 balls and 2 strikes, as that's going to draw a little bit of chirping from the Somerset dugout. But it runs the count even. As the next pitch is fouled off back to the screen right side. Hold the count the same at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Warren deals. 2-2 is called strike 3. Punched a fastball on the outside corner. Bowie has had a tough time picking up Warren's fastballs today. That's his 7th strikeout this evening. Only the 2nd looking. And Andrew Dashbach will step in. Seven strikeouts ties a Double-A high for Warren. He struck out 7 Hartford Yard Goats a couple of weeks back. First pitch to Andrew Dashbach misses high. A breaking ball starts it out at 1-0. Dashbach scored Bowie's other run after singling in the 3rd inning. Next pitch misses, and I'll call it for strike. Breaking ball in the upper outside corner as the count runs even at a ball and a strike here. Here's the 1-1. Misses down. The count goes to 2 balls and 1 strike on Dashbach. Bases empty, 1 away here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Bowie already in a deep hole. They trail 8-2. As Warren fires the next pitch in. And Dashbach watches a called strike. Change up on the bottom edge. It's 2-2. Again, it's been at least the seeming part of a trend. I don't really have much to say on numbers-wise as the 2-2 is swung on and missed high for strike 3. New Double-A high, 8 strikeouts for Will Warren. As Bowie's got 2 outs here in the 5th inning. But I feel as if the last couple of weeks for Bowie, the second half really, has seen an uptick in Bowie having strikes called on them. Just watching strikes in the zone. These last 2 days have been pretty notorious for it, as the first pitch to Connor Norby is belted out to right field, but stays in play. Jason Rosario is there, and he makes the catch. 3 up, 3 down inning. We go to the 6th as Bowie trails 8-2. You're listening to Baysox Baseball.
Pest Now is proud to partner with the Bowie Baysox and provide their pest control services. For all your residential and commercial pest control needs, call Pest Now. For general pest control, termite control, mosquito control, and all other pest control services, call Pest Now. You can reach us at 301-231-8300 or visit us online at www.pestnow.com.
It's not baseball season without fireworks, and you can always count on the biggest and best at Prince George's Stadium. There's no better way to cap off a fun evening at the ballpark than a spectacular fireworks show. And the Baysox have got you covered this season with 16 different shows to choose from. So get your tickets now at Baysox.com. Still 3 more fireworks shows in the month of July on Saturday the 16th, Friday the 29th, and Saturday the 30th. Hope to see you there.
Sky Shooter Displays by ZY Pyrotechnics will be lighting up the sky with top-of-the-line fireworks shows following Baysox games all season long. We will give you the best bang for your buck. Sky Shooter Displays include traditional shows, true pyro musicals, custom choreographed plays, and much more. The night sky is truly limitless, so don't be shy. Give ZY a try. Find out more by calling us at 570-328-1361 or visit us online, zypyrotechnics.com.
Sixth inning here in Bowie as the Baysox trail 8-2. Tyler Birch will try for another great inning of relief. He's retired all 4 batters he's faced out of the pen. 7, 8, and 9 will bat for Somerset, starting with Jesus Bastidas, who walked his last time up. First pitch in, and Bastidas swings through a high fastball. 0-1 to open. Bastidas grounded out to the shortstop in the second inning, but of course the walks have been burning Bowie today. That's been the problem. Here's the next. This is outside, and the count runs even at a ball and a strike. Again, it was a career-high 6 walks for Chase McDermott in his Double-A debut. I was talking about it plenty as the start carried on. The 1-1 pitch is lined over towards short, taken deep in the hole on one hop by Ortiz, and deep from the outfield grass, he fires to first in time. The range from Ortiz just can't be matched right now, as Bowie does lean on him a little bit this year. And he's been making sure that they get a return on investment, huh? So 1 up, 1 down on that 6-3. Here's Rodolfo Duran. But I was bringing it up just as McDermott's appearance carried on, that this has to be the lesson to learn. And the way he learns the lesson, I suppose, as the first pitch to Duran is called a strike. Lower outside corner. Count opens up at 0-1. Is that batters aren't just going to swing at your breaking stuff, even if it's so far outside of the zone here in Double-A. The 0-1 pitch is fouled off right side. No balls and 2 strikes. It worked for him in High A. It did, and the numbers back that up. He struck out 114 batters with the Astros organization. Led the entire org and was 12th in minor league baseball in total strikeouts. But if your breaking stuff breaks too much and it's easy to watch outside of the zone, well, these batters will just lay off. The 0-2 pitch. Bounced high to third, taken on 2 hops at the chest by Kobe Mayo. He has to fire the full range from third to first, and he gets it there. 5-3 put out, quickly 2 gone on a pair of grounders. That's 6 in a row retired by Tyler Birch. Hasn't allowed a base runner out of the bullpen yet. As Somerset has a right-hander tossing in the bullpen, Will Warren did have a couple of long innings to open the day. It looks to be that Steven Jennings might take the next inning or 2 for the Patriots. But Warren is in line for an easy win as Somerset leads by 6. First pitch to Wagman is fouled off. Just a piece as it finds its way to the back of the screen. Count opens up at 0-1. Wagman, a 2-run home run back in the second inning, really started to set the tone for what's become a mild blowout. As the 0-1 pitch. This is outside a slider. Run the count even at a ball and a strike. But after Elijah Dunham drew that leadoff walk in the second inning, Andres Chaparro walked up and hammered the first pitch he saw. Took it from a 1-0 Bowie lead to a 2-1 deficit as the 1-1 pitch is swung on and missed down. It's a ball and 2 strikes. And then after 2 quick outs, the exact same thing happened. A walk and a 2-run home run. Made it 2-1 to 4-1. Bowie was suddenly in a pretty big hole. They got 1 run back, and then Somerset drew 4 walks, or 3 walks rather, against McDermott in the 4th. Scored 4 runs on a grand slam. 1-2 pitch. Fastball misses outside, and the count goes even at 2. And again, that's just 2 parts of the lesson that McDermott will have to learn here in his final month of the regular season. The 2-2 pitch is bounced to third but foul. Count stays. You're playing in a new ballpark. Your home field now is very hitter-friendly. Need to be mindful of those home runs as he allowed a career-high 3 today. And batters are not going to swing at your breaking stuff as often as they did in High A. 2-2. Misses down. And the count runs full on Wagman. Only the second full count for Birch. He ran Austin Wells full back in the 4th inning. Before Wells grounded out to first base. Base is empty, 2 away. Birch looks for his second punch out. The payoff. Outside, ball 4. 7th walk given up by Baysox pitching today. First for Birch. But at the way this game has trended, there's never a good time for a walk anymore. As it goes back to the top of the lineup for Anthony Volpe, first base runner for Somerset this evening. First pitch into Volpe is a balk. So Birch commits a balk, and the runner will go to second. So we wait on the first pitch to Volpe still. Here it is. This is down. Breaking ball starts the count out at 1-0. Oh, you want to see Birch finish out this frame quickly. He's been on a very good run for the Baysox. As have a lot of relievers lately. As the 1-0 pitch is called a strike. Breaking ball hits the outside edge to run the count even at a ball and a strike. As Bowie trails 8-2 here in the 6th inning. 1-1. Bounces in, kept in front by Handley. It's off of the batter, as a matter of fact, as well, but not until it already hit off of Handley, so the count goes to 2 balls and a strike. Birch holds set, splits the middle of the rubber. Fires the 2-1, way outside. 3 balls and a strike now. Still plenty of cloud coverage right now, but it has been sparsing itself out. The lights have been on for pretty much all game, especially with the rain that hit us around the start of first pitch. 3-1. Late swing and a slow grounder foul by Volpe. Rolled over toward the on-deck circle on the third base side. Runs the count full. Back-to-back full counts for Birch. But the lights have been carrying most of the load here. As Birch is just trying to work things quickly and give Bowie whatever chances they can on offense. 3-2. Grounded hard to third. Picked backhanded by Kobe Mayo. Fires to first low in time. 5-3 putout ends the inning. A trio of groundouts for a scoreless frame as Birch should be done on a great relief appearance. Bottom of the 6th coming up. Bowie trails 8-2. You're listening to Baysox Baseball.
It takes time to get rich, flavorful coffee beans from the lush mountain regions of Colombia and Brazil to Royal Farms. But less than a minute to get yourself a delicious hot cup of the finest and freshest coffee in the world. Because Royal Farms' new Swiss-made coffee machines grind those rich, flavorful coffee beans and brew them one magnificent cup at a time. It's why Royal Farms makes the freshest and best coffee in the world. Real fresh, real fast. Royal Farms.
Are you interested in beginning or expanding on a career in the pipe fitting, pipe welding, or HVAC service industry? Are you interested in a career path that will set you up for life without experiencing any college debt? If you are interested in these things and you live in the D.C. area, the Steamfitters UA Local 602 Apprenticeship Program is the best choice for you. For more information about our apprenticeship program and how to apply, please visit steamfitters-602.org. That's steamfitters-602.org.
A birthday bash with the Baysox is the best time at the ballpark. Bring your friends and family out to celebrate and be the star of the show. Dance on the dugout with Louie, play games in the stadium, introduce a batter in the game, and you'll even get to have the stadium sing for you. Baysox birthday parties, an unforgettable, one-of-a-kind experience at Prince George's Stadium. Book yours by calling 301-464-4880 or at baysox.com.
Bottom of the 6th inning here in Bowie as the Baysox trail by 6. Will Warren is back to work to try and roll things over into the sixth. He's already set himself up for a win. He'll try and earn the quality start as well, but there is a pitcher warming in the bullpen for Somerset as the first pitch to Colton Cowser is called a strike. Changeup hits the bottom of the zone, and it's 0-1. It'll be Cowser, Ortiz, Haskins set to bat. 2, 3, and 4 in the lineup as the 0-1 pitch misses down and inside. Run the count even at a ball and a strike. Cowser singled in the third inning. Did get picked off, but was able to advance to second base on an error anyway. Moved to third on a balk and was left stranded there. At that point, Bowie was only trailing by 2 runs, and they might not be able to get that close again as the 1-1 pitch is fouled off to the left side. Count to a ball and 2 strikes. As it's a 6-run deficit now. And Bowie's offense has really been slowed down the last few days. 1-2 pitch misses high. Count goes even at 2. Bowie only had 4 hits yesterday in the 2-1 loss. They still only have 4 hits today. Only 1 hit in their last 2 innings. It was a single by Kobe Mayo. Bowie has not even drawn a walk today. That's probably the more surprising fact. 2-2 pitch. Cowser watches called strike 3. Fastball at the knees. He takes mild offense to it, but he's not the kind to get too far into an umpire's ear. It's a career-high tying 9 strikeouts for Will Warren. And now the home plate umpire throws up a hand to the Baysox dugout, telling them to quiet down. After Will Warren sets that new career high in strikeouts, ties the new career high, I should say, sets a new Double-A high, he's going to be lifted. Pitching coach, manager Dan Fiorito is out and receives the ball. So a new pitcher coming in for Somerset with 1 out here in the bottom of the 6th and the base is empty. Bowie trails 8-2. You're listening to Baysox Baseball.
Hey Baysox fans, On the Green Inc. is a proud sponsor of the Baysox and is celebrating 25 years of providing custom lawn care and pest control programs with guaranteed results for residential and commercial lawns. Mention this ad and receive a discount on your first lawn care or pest control service. Enjoy the outdoors this summer with On the Green Inc. Visit our website at onthegreeninc.com or call 410-695-0444. Let's go Baysox and On the Green Inc., your lawn care team.
The best way to take in a Baysox game is with a group outing at Prince George's Stadium. Everything from entertaining clients to birthday parties and even fundraising opportunities for your team, the Baysox offer plenty of options for your group at unbeatable rates with plenty of options on suites, seats, and decks around the ballpark. Your group can eat their fill and have an unforgettable time. Find out more and schedule your group outing by calling 301-464-4880 or going to baysox.com.
Now Somerset has been playing very strategically, very methodical when it comes to some of these pitching changes this series. Bring out Will Warren to start the 6th inning, a game they already lead by 6 runs. And have the starting pitcher face exactly 1 batter before shifting over to a reliever. And if you want to be a big managerial prospect, I suppose, go for it. As Bowie trails 8-2. Will Warren departs and Stephen Jennings will take over. Warren finishes with 5 1/3 innings. Allowed 4 hits and 2 runs, 1 was earned. He struck out 9, which tied a career high, a new high for him in Double-A. Didn't walk anyone, allowed 1 home run. As Stephen Jennings steps up, he'll face Joey Ortiz. Jennings, 6'2", 205-pound, 23-year-old right-hander from Brush Creek, Tennessee. Rule 5 draft selection in 2021 by the Yanks. Fires the first pitch to Ortiz, and it's a curveball called for strike. Finds the inside edge of the zone, and it's 0-1 to open. 1 for 2 day for Ortiz. Solo home run in the first inning gave Bowie a 1-0 edge at the moment. As the 0-1 pitch is swung on and pieced foul off the mid of the catcher high. A fastball runs it to 0-2. But after Ortiz's solo home run, Bowie was down for the rest of the game. Pair of 2-run home runs in the second inning for Somerset. Andres Chaparro and Eric Wagman going yard, and then a grand slam in the 4th inning by Everson Pereira has put this game mostly out of reach. 8-2. Next pitch. Slider down and away. Count runs to a ball and 2 strikes on Ortiz. Steven Jennings has 36 appearances under his belt this season, a 3-2 record and a 3.50 ERA. 54 innings, 50 strikeouts, 11 walks. He's allowed 5 home runs. Here's the 1-2 pitch. And Ortiz hammers it out to shallow left field. This one falling quickly and down for a base hit. Hit off of the warning track just on the right side of the left field foul line. Ortiz will cruise in with a Texas League double, just as both fielders really had no bite at it. Pushed his bat out for a slider outside and was able to just get it high up enough in the air, and it fell back down to earth fast enough for a base hit. How do you like that? A 2-hit day for Joey Ortiz. And now here's Hudson Haskin with a runner at second and only 1 out. First pitch home, and Haskin watches breaking ball miss down. Count opens up at 1-0. Again, Bowie still trails 8-2. We are in the bottom of the 6th inning. So running out of time when they've already had a tough time working against opposing bullpens the last few days. Here's the 1-0 offering. Haskin watches breaking ball called for strike on the outside edge. Run the count even at a ball and a strike. Jennings is coming off of a strong appearance against Hartford. Pitched 4 days ago. He tossed 2 2/3 scoreless. Didn't walk anyone, allowed a hit, struck out 4. Here's the 1-1. Haskin watches it low. Follows the fastball the whole way as the count runs to 2 balls and 1 strikes. Jennings was a former Pirates farmhand before getting picked up in the Rule 5 draft. He fires the 2-1, and Haskin pops it foul behind home plate out of play. Count runs even at 2. The Yankees have pushed him into a long relief role since they picked him up. He did have a majority of his experience in the Pirates system as a starter. 51 starts in 79 career appearances. And he is familiar with this league. He did have a couple of outings with Altoona back in 2021 before he got picked up in the Rule 5 draft. 2-2. Late swing, poked foul right side. Haskin stays alive for 1. And again, as Bowie trails 8-2 here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Ortiz not being too intently held on at second base, especially with a 6-run lead. Don't need to get too concerned about that base runner. Here's the 2-2. This one lifted high and deep to right field. Rosario curling around back on it, still going to the warning track, and it is gone. Hudson Haskin says goodbye. He ties Joey Ortiz for the team lead, 13 home runs. And Bowie gets a couple back. It's 8-4. Just after Ortiz had jumped ahead with his 13th home run earlier in the game, Haskin goes long. 95 miles an hour off the bat and 350 feet away from home plate. He's up to 46 RBI this season. So that breaks up a scoreless streak for Jennings that had extended over 6 appearances and 7 1/3 innings. The first pitch to Kobe Mayo is a rocket to left field for a base hit. This one will hit off of the wall. So well struck that it might be a tough play into second base. Mayo scampers in and just beats out the throw. He lost his helmet, but a hot shot at 106 miles an hour gives him his first Double-A double. Well, Bowie is attacking Jennings out of the gate. Ortiz with a double, Haskin with a 2-run home run, and now Mayo with a double as well. And that's going to lead to a mound visit as Adam Hall will step in. Still a long way to go for Bowie, but an opportunity to at least chip into it a little bit more. A 6-run lead is not impossible to overcome. Bowie had a 6-0 lead on Sunday against Akron, and they still lost 7-6. But Gerardo Casadiego comes out and have a quick chat. And I was made aware the other day, Casadiego actually has a bit of history at this ballpark. He played with the Bowie Baysox back in 2008, former relief pitcher in the Orioles organization. He'd bounced around a little bit. Did spend a majority of his career in the Yankees system. He pitched in the Eastern League with AA Trenton for quite some time. But finished his career with Bowie. He made 55 appearances in 2008. I was chatting with him a little bit earlier today just about it. And he said along with that, he pitched in Venezuela that winter and made something of 100 appearances just over the course of the full calendar year. Pitchers aren't used like that anymore. Here's Adam Hall. First pitch in as the mound visit comes to a close is called a strike on the bottom edge. It's 0-1. Hall is 0 for 2 on the day. He struck out swinging back in the second inning, grounded out back to the pitcher his last time up. Bowie has a runner at second with only one away. They still trail by 4. Here's the 0-1 pitch. And Hall swings through a low breaking ball. Count quickly to 0-2. If you want to talk about how bad the walks hurt, Somerset has 8 runs on just 4 hits. Bowie has 4 runs on 7 hits. The 0-2 pitch. And Hall lifts it high and deep the other way. Out toward the right field corner. It will slice and get out of play. Count stays at 0 balls and 2 strikes. Hall went 1 for 3 yesterday in his first game back with Bowie since that stint down back in the Florida Complex League to work on an injury that had kept him from playing the field for a few days. Another 0-2 pitch from Jennings. This one a line drive shallow out toward right field, down for a base hit. Should score Mayo. It's picked up in the corner and ripped back into the infield. Hall will stop at first with a single, but it's an RBI knock for Hall, and Bowie gets another one, 8-5. Mayo chugging around third. And that one in the right spot to get it done as well as Hall picks up his 12th RBI this season. And Maverick Handley will step in. So a 3-run 6th inning for Bowie as they chip away. Still not fully talking about a big comeback yet because tying run isn't even on the table. Tying run is on deck as the first pitch into Maverick Handley is a curveball that misses down. Count starts out at 1-0, but the first 4 batters that Jennings has faced in relief now have all reached safely. Joey Ortiz doubled, Hudson Haskin a 2-run home run, Gobi Mayo a double, and Adam Hall an RBI single. Here's a pickoff throw, does not elicit a tag. As we'll wait on the 0-1 offering, or the 1-0 offering rather, to Handley, who's 0 for 2, grounded out to the shortstop back in the 4th inning. Here's the 1-0. Flinch on a fastball inside, count to 2-0. We'll have to see if Adam Hall tries to pick up the steals at any point. Bowie has not been a stolen base kind of team. They've not been aggressive on the base pass, but I think Adam Hall has kind of been the exception this year. As the 2-0 pitch is bounced up the middle toward second. They can't get to second. They do get it to second, and they go to first for the double play. Hall was sprinting up, and that would have been a prime opportunity to try and steal the bag. Would have taken away the twin killing. It goes for an assisted 3. And the inning is over, but Bowie gets 3 across. 2-run home run by Hudson Haskin and an RBI single by Adam Hall. 7th inning coming up. Bowie still trails 8-5. You're listening to Baysox Baseball.
Get the best deals at Prince George's Stadium with weekly promotions all season. Tuesdays are Military Appreciation Night. Purchase a box seat at the ticket office with a proof of service and you'll only pay half price. Bring along your furry friend on Woof Wednesday, and it's the best happy hour around every Thursday from 5 to 6:30. $2 Bud and Bud Light drafts with other beer specials throughout the year, and live music to get your night started. It's always a great time at the ballpark, so get your tickets now at Baysox.com.
When your commercial plumbing project calls for a job done safely and on time, then your job calls for the plumbers of Local 5 Washington, D.C. Local 5 will always deliver the most skilled and well-trained plumbing craftsmen in the DMV. If you're a contractor who needs safe jobs done well, you need the plumbers of Local 5 Washington, D.C. Start your partnership with them today. Visit local5plumbers.org. That's local5plumbers.org.
Well, as the baseball season winds down, that means we've got to get ready for football. Friday, September 9th, it's the Baysox football kickoff night at Prince George's Stadium. Getting ready for the college season and the pro season, the Baysox will be giving away a special Adley Rutschman bobblehead. Remember, Adley played college football before he joined the Orioles. It's a free bobblehead for the first 750 fans ages 13 and up. So be sure to join the Baysox football kickoff night on Friday, September 9th. Get your tickets at baysox.com.
Moving on to the 7th inning here in Bowie as the Baysox still trail. And instead of a 6-run deficit, it's only a 3-run deficit. Still some ground to cover, but things are trending in their direction. Hopefully it can stay that way as the Baysox do make a pitching change. Clayton McGinnis will come out for Bowie as he replaces Tyler Birch. Birch pitched well. Reliever tossed 2 1/3 scoreless innings, hitless innings, allowed just 1 walk and 1 strikeout, while guiding the way for Bowie to at least start on this comeback bid. As McGinnis takes over, he'll face off against the number 2 batter, Everson Pereira, to lead off, and the first pitch is popped foul behind home plate and out of play. 0-1 to open. Pereira put this game mildly out of reach in the 4th inning. Bowie is trying to claw back into it, but that grand slam hit by the number 2 batter back in the 4th did a lot of damage. As the 0-1 pitch misses down, a breaking ball runs the count even at a ball and a strike. McGinnis is really looking for a bounce-back outing. The 6'1", 180-pound right-hander, undrafted free agent signed out of Wichita State in 2019, is coming off of consecutive losses as the 1-1 is bounced high over to third, picked at the waist by Kobe Mayo on a long run. He charges a throw to first base and gets it there. 5-3 putout, a well-played ball by Mayo, and there's 1 gone. McGinnis made 2 appearances in the Akron series, and neither of them went too particularly well. On the first game, Tuesday, against the Rubber Ducks, he went into the 9th inning after striking out the side in the 8th. He went into the 9th inning holding on to a 2-run lead for the Baysox. He got 2 quick outs and was 1 strike away from earning the save for Bowie twice. As the first pitch to Austin Wells misses wide, it's 1-0 to start. But McGinnis could not collect that final strike or that final out. He allowed a string of 3 consecutive RBI singles. Easton Lucas came in after McGinnis had blown the save and allowed 1 more run to score. A walk-off run as the next pitch to Wells is a line drive out toward deep left field, but Hall is reading it the whole way. He does have to reach high above his head, but makes the catch. 2 gone. So McGinnis was charged with the loss in that walk-off, and then he came in again the following Saturday when Bowie was playing a doubleheader against Akron. The game was tied at 1 after the initial 7 innings, went into the 9th inning. Bowie scored the tie-breaking runner in the 9th inning, and in the bottom of the 9th, McGinnis allowed the tying and winning run to score. Back-to-back walk-off losses on his ledger, as the first pitch to Elijah Dunham is hammered into center field, a base hit. And that's going to split the gap in left center and roll to the wall as Dunham has an easy path to second with a stand-up double. First hit of the day for Dunham, and after losing out on his 12-game hit streak yesterday, he starts a new one here with his 20th double of the season. And now here's Andres Chaparro. 1 for 3 day for Chaparro. 2-run home run in the 2nd inning. He struck out twice since, including once looking against Tyler Birch. Bowie trails 8-5 here in the top of the 7th inning. First pitch home. Chaparro swings through a low breaking ball, and the count opens up at 0-1. McGinnis overall has made 14 appearances. He's gone 1-2 on the season. Of course, those 2 losses in his most recent appearances, a 7.13 ERA. 17 2/3 innings, 15 strikeouts, 7 walks. He's allowed 2 home runs. The 0-1 popped foul right side. And the count quickly to no balls and 2 strikes. McGinnis sets, fires the 0-2, and it's swung on and ripped to third, well over Mayo's glove and into left field for a base hit. That'll score the run. Hot shot at 105 miles an hour leads to an RBI double, but they're going to get him at second base as Chaparro slid in poorly. But the run scores. It's 9-5 as we move to the bottom of the 7th. Time to stretch here at Prince George's Stadium. Bowie trails by 4 again. You're listening to Baysox Baseball.
On the Green Incorporated is your lawn care team, providing professional organic-based lawn care programs for residential and commercial lawns. Our lawn care programs provide ballpark quality results. Each service is custom tailored with guaranteed results for even the toughest lawns. On the Green also offers outdoor pest control services. Mosquitoes, ants, ticks, and more. Safely and effectively control insects and enjoy the outdoors this summer with On the Green Incorporated. Go to onthegreeninc.com.
Baseball is a game of specialists. Base stealers, closers, cleanup hitters. Together, they help their team stand out from the rest. Specialists also help set Chesapeake Employers Insurance apart from other workers' compensation insurance companies. Our health services team includes orthopedic surgeons, nurse case managers, a physical therapist, and more, all to get your employee back to work, contain costs, and keep premiums down. That's teamwork. To learn more, connect with your agent or visit Chesapeake Employers at CEIWC.com.
Get your gear and memorabilia from your favorite Baysox players and future stars of the Baltimore Orioles at the Tackle Box Team Store. Jerseys, hats, autographed bats and balls, all at great prices. Located right at the main gate at Prince George's Stadium and online at BaysoxShop.com, the Tackle Box is the only place to get the best Baysox gear for you and your favorite fan. It's the Tackle Box at Prince George's Stadium and at BaysoxShop.com.
Home half of the 7th inning here at Prince George's Stadium as Bowie is back to trailing by 4. They trimmed the lead to only 3 runs before Clayton McGinnis allowed a run in the top of the 7th. Toby Welk will lead off for Bowie, and the first pitch to him is called a strike. Fastball hits the top half of the zone, and it's 0-1. Welk is 0 for 2 on the day with a pair of strikeouts. Andrew Dashbach is on deck, and Connor Norby will bat after that. Here's the 0-1 pitch as Steven Jennings continues to deal. It's fouled off back to the screen, count to 0-2. Jennings holds set, fires the 0-2 pitch, and it misses high for a ball and 2 strikes now. Bowie had a big opportunity to maybe even add on more in that 6th inning. Maverick Hanley hit into a double play, ending the frame, when Bowie probably could have gotten something if Adam Hall had attempted to steal the base. As the 1-2 pitch misses wide, count runs even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Now, Hall has not attempted to steal since he's returned to Bowie, even though he's been a perfect 16 for 16 this season. And if he had at least even gotten a jump ahead of that pitch, he would have beaten out the force at second base. 2-2 is bounced to third, but foul. Holds the count even on Welk. Well, the crooked numbers have been pretty rare for Bowie the last few days, especially after the tail end of that Akron game. Bowie put on a majority of their runs just in 1 inning of that 7-6 loss, as the next pitch to Welk is swung on and missed outside. Slider in the other batter's box, and Welk strikes out swinging. First strikeout for Jennings, 10th overall for Somerset pitching. Now here's Andrew Dashbach. First pitch to Dashbach is grounded foul, third base side. Nothing in 1 to start. Dashbach singled and scored in the 3rd inning, an unearned run. after an error following a pickoff throw that allowed him to score from third base. Here's the 0-1 pitch from Jennings. Slider called a strike in the lower outside corner. It's 0-2. It's been a peculiar day. Started with a bit of rain that pretty much carried over through the first 2+ innings. Bowie had jumped out to an early lead. The 0-2 pitch to Dashbach misses down and away. It's a ball and 2 strikes now. Joey Ortiz hit a solo home run in the first inning for his 13th of the season. But as Chase McDermott embarked on his Double-A debut, he had trouble finding the strike zone, but more trouble getting batters to swing and miss at his pitches. As the 1-2 pitch is checked on down and away. Dashbach held up. Count goes to 2-1. McDermott walked a career-high 6 batters in just 3 2/3 innings. Most walks allowed by a Baysox pitcher all season. And just about every walk was accompanied by a home run. 2-2 to Dashbach. Poked foul right side out of play. Count holds. After a walk in the second inning, Andres Chaparro hit a 2-run home run. And then 3 batters later, another walk, followed by another home run. Eric Wagman had the 2-run blast. After Bowie had the 1-0 lead, they trailed 4-1 following the top of the second. And then at the top of the third, McDermott walked 3 more batters as the 2-2 pitch misses down. Count runs full on Dashbach. And after McDermott walked 3 batters in the fourth, he gave up a grand slam to Everson Pereira. Made it an 8-2 ball game. Bowie got 3 in the 6th, but then an RBI single by Andres Chaparro in the 7th made it 9-5. Payoff pitch to Dashbach. Popped him up foul behind home plate. Wells sheds, but he doesn't have to go too far because it's going to get out of play. Count stays full. We're still this deep into the season, and Andrew Dashbach does not have a base hit on a full count. August 17th, he's played in 80 games. Has seen more full counts than about 95% of the league, and he does not have a base hit on a full count this year. The payoff pitch, inside, ball 4. So that fun little stat extends. That is the first walk drawn by a Baysox batter today. As it goes back to the top of the lineup for Connor Norby.
Second baseman, Connor Norby.
0 for 3 day for Norby. First pitch into him is swung on and ripped to third and under the backhand of Chaparro. He just didn't put it down. Dashbach will go to third. Norby tries for second as it's picked in left, fired back just late. That'll be a straight error on Chaparro as he was well in line to make the play and just didn't stick the glove down far enough. That's his 5th error in 26 games at third base. It allows Dashbach to go all the way to third base and puts Norby at second. So now here's Colton Cowser. Bowie was able to capitalize on the runners on base in the 6th inning, something that they've been having trouble with all season, yes, but the last couple of days specifically. They really need it to continue right now, as they've got second and third with only 1 out. First pitch to Cowser, called a strike at the knees. It's 0-1. Cowser singled up the gut in the 3rd inning. He struck out looking in the 6th. 1 for 3 overall. As Bowie trails 9-5 here in the bottom of the 7th inning. Second and third, 1 away. 0-1 pitch. Cowser watches down and inside, and the count runs even at a ball and a strike. Well, there's clearly just something about Jennings today that isn't gelling just well enough when it comes to his location on the zone. The 4 straight base hits to open up his outing. Walked Dashbach here, the 1-1. Up and away. Changeup runs the count to 2 balls and a strike on Cowser. And obviously, he's dancing a little bit on Cowser. Sets up an opportunity maybe for Colton to find a good pitch to hit. Now that Jennings has fallen behind. The 2-1. This is up and away. And it's 3 balls and a strike now to Cowser. So now a real hitter's count with 2 in scoring position. Of course, shift on for the left-hander. Decent sized gap, though, on the left side of the infield, and Cowser has hit it the other way over a third of the time this season. Jennings sets out of the stretch at the chest. 3-1. Cowser watches curveball down for ball 4. Second walk this inning for Jennings. And it loads the bases for Joey Ortiz. Is Casadiego going to come have another chat, even though we spoke with Jennings in the last half inning? I don't think he will, but Somerset will get a right-hander up and moving. And that looks to be Emmanuel Ramirez. As Ortiz digs in, representing a potential tying run for Bowie. Now here comes Gerardo Casadiego. Pitching coach is going to give the reliever a little bit additional time to loosen after he had just gotten up and gotten tossing. But Ortiz will get the chance to bat here. Gives us a chance to tell you about our friends at Pest Now. They're a proud partner of the Bowie Baysox, and they provide pest control services for Prince George's Stadium. They can really help you out with anything pest control-wise. General, termite control, they can help with mosquitoes as well. If you've got a problem with pests, give them a call. Pest Now, 301-231-8300, or visit them online at pestnow.com. Erie has made a comeback bid against Akron, as Akron had a 5-0 lead at one point before the Seawolves brought it down to just a 1-run lead. In the top of the 9th, Akron has brought a run across, and they're threatening to add at least one more. It's 6-4 Rubber Ducks. Erie will have to try for a walk-off win. But if that score can hold and Bowie could maybe pull off the comeback, that'd be major in the Southwest Division standings right now. But the meeting is over, and we're set for Ortiz, who's 3 for 6 this season with the bases loaded, including a grand slam. First pitch, and Ortiz rips it up the third base line, but it's foul. Hooked it a little too hard, but boy, did that give the jolt. Might not have gotten out entirely, though, 308 feet away from home plate, so it would have been close. Probably just would have hit off at the top of the wall if it was timed right. Can't blame me for getting excited. Can't blame the fans either. Count starts out at 0-1 on Ortiz, who's already 2 for 3 on the day with a double and a solo home run. The 0-1 pitch. He watches down and away as it hits off of the catcher Wells and just rolls slowly to the right side. Doesn't get far, and the count stays, or goes rather, to a ball and a strike. Ortiz has drawn a bases-loaded walk this season as well. Bowie drew a couple of bases-loaded walks in that Akron series. But a game they still ended up losing. The 1-1. Ortiz smacks it the other way. This one carrying out to the corner. Rosario's back, and there it goes! Joey Ortiz says goodbye! A game-tying grand slam here in the 7th. His second career multi-home run game, and it's 9-9. 97 miles an hour off the bat and 359 feet away from home plate. Well, I said it in the first inning. He never left, but boy, he's back. Joey Ortiz. That's the end of the day for Stephen Jennings. Not even a save situation, and Jennings has surrendered the lead. As Somerset will go to the bullpen. Ortiz has ran the table for Bowie. New pitcher coming in. We'll tell you about him in a second. You're listening to Baysox Baseball.
A birthday bash with the Baysox is the best time at the ballpark. Bring your friends and family out to celebrate and be the star of the show. Dance on the dugout with Louie, play games in the stadium, introduce a batter in the game, and you'll even get to have the stadium sing for you. Baysox birthday parties, an unforgettable, one-of-a-kind experience at Prince George's Stadium. Book yours by calling 301-464-4880 or at baysox.com.
From sprains to stitches, sore throats to stomach aches, and pulled muscles to poison ivy, care is around the corner at Patient First. Walk in to see a doctor from 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. every day of the year. X-rays, lab tests, and prescription drugs are on site, and most major insurance plans are accepted. For routine illnesses and injuries, Patient First is here for you. Patient First, the name fits.
Patient First, proud partner of the Bowie Baysox, open 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. every day.
Bowie's back from the dead tonight as they trailed 8-2 at one point. Have brought it back thanks to the heroics of Joey Ortiz and have tied this game at 9. As we continue on with the bottom of the 7th here at Prince George's Stadium, Somerset has made a pitching change as Stephen Jennings had perhaps one of the most disastrous relief appearances of his career. Somerset turns over to Emmanuel Ramirez as Jennings departs the game with just 1 inning of work. He allowed 5 hits and 7 runs. All were earned. He struck out 1 batter and walked 2, allowed 2 home runs. 1 to Hudson Haskin and the grand slam to Joey Ortiz. As Ramirez takes over, he'll face off against Haskin with the bases empty and only 1 out. Who homered his last time up. It's a 1-for-3 day overall for Haskin. First pitch in, and he watches fastball called for strike. It's 0-1. Emmanuel Ramirez, a 6'2", 190-pound, 28-year-old right-hander from Puerto Plata in the Dominican Republic. Minor league free agent signed back in 2021 by the Yanks. The 0-1. And Haskin bounces it foul third base side. Run the count quickly to 0-2. Ramirez on the season for Somerset has made 22 appearances, gone 3-1 with a 1.52 ERA in 29 2/3 innings of work. So I can't imagine he finishes this game. As the 0-2 pitch in is swung on and popped foul. Breaking ball in on the hands as the count stays at 0-2. 30 strikeouts, 9 walks for Ramirez. He's allowed 2 home runs this season. (9-9) here in the bottom of the 7th inning. Bowie has scored 7 runs in the span of 2 frames. The 0-2, a little piece on a curveball down as Haskin went chasing inside as well. He's able to foul it off of himself as the count stays at 0-2. Next pitch to Haskin. Half swing, and he pokes it slowly to second. He's going to get put out. Bastidas gloves and sends to Wagman at first base. Haskin didn't intend for that one. No one ever does, as that changeup was well too far down and away, and Haskin was trying to lay off of it. But the way the barrel followed his body down toward the ball, he just made that incidental contact. So now with 2 outs, here's Kobe Mayo. First pitch in, and Mayo swings and misses. And bounces off the catcher in the dirt, and the count opens up at 0-1. Austin Wells was ready to hop up and throw the ball somewhere, but I mean, he didn't need to. There's no one on base. But the count starts out at 0-1 on Mayo, who's 2 for 3 on the day. A double and a run scored in the 6th inning. He came around on Adam Hall's RBI single. As the 0-1 pitch misses down. And the count runs even at a ball and a strike. That's my mistake. 1-1 pitch to Norby is swung on and missed high. Count goes to a ball and 2 strikes. Bases empty, 2 away here in the bottom of the 7th inning as Bowie has pulled off the biggest comeback of the season so far, the 2-2. Misses down and away to run the count even at 2. I shouldn't speak so soon, as a matter of fact. This is not the largest comeback of the season for Bowie, just in terms of overall runs. They trailed to, tie, take a lead, whatever. Bowie did have that one game in Altoona. That was the first of really a tough string of games for Garrett Stallings in June. As the 2-2 pitch comes in, and Mayo swings and misses on a high fastball for strike 3. That ends the inning, but not before Joey Ortiz plays hero once again. A game-tying grand slam for his second career multi-home run game. And as we go to the 8th here at Prince George's Stadium, Bowie and Somerset are tied at 9. You're listening to Baysox Baseball.
Get the best deals at Prince George's Stadium with weekly promotions all season. Tuesdays are Military Appreciation Night. Purchase a box seat at the ticket office with a proof of service and you'll only pay half price. Bring along your furry friend on Woof Wednesday, and it's the best happy hour around every Thursday from 5 to 6:30. $2 Bud and Bud Light drafts with other beer specials throughout the year, and live music to get your night started. It's always a great time at the ballpark, so get your tickets now at Baysox.com.
At DCA Imaging Systems, we provide a tenured team of office technology professionals ready to be your trusted advisors. From document creation, output devices, scanning and workflow, to document security and storage, we understand people print, not printers. Give DCA Imaging a call, 301-577-1021, or find out more about how we can help you. DCAimaging.com. DCA Imaging Systems, office technology made easy.
If you own or operate a building or facility, or if you're a general contractor that is located or operates in the D.C. area, there is no doubt that it is important for you to have the best trained and most qualified people working for you. Members of Steamfitters UA Local 602 provide the highest level of HVAC, mechanical, and specialty piping services to the various customers we serve. For more information about the services we provide and for a list of companies you can hire, please visit steamfitters-602.org.
On to the 8th inning here at Prince George's Stadium as Bowie and Somerset are tied at 9. Clayton McGinnis might be able to pitch with a little bit of new life now as he faces Jason Rosario. The first pitch home to the left-hander misses up and away, and it's 1-0 to start. It'll be Rosario, Jesus Bastidas, and Rodolfo Duran set to bat. 6, 7, and 8 in the lineup as the 1-0 pitch is a low fastball. Run the count to 2-0. Rosario 0 for 2 on the day. He walked and scored in the 4th inning. Flew out to center field his last time up as the 2-0 pitch comes home. And it's in the zone. Fastball dots the upper half for a called strike. It runs the count to 2-1. Well, you're talking about strong infield prospects in the Eastern League as the 2-1 pitch comes in. And it's checked on high. An appeal comes up empty. Count to 3-1. Former Binghamton Rumble Pony Brett Beatty made his Major League debut today for the New York Mets. And on the first swing in his Major League career, he smacked a home run to right field against Atlanta. 3-1 pitch misses up and away for ball 4. So a leadoff walk given up by McGinnis here. The walks have burned Bowie, and they need to be careful because that is now the 8th by the Baysox staff today. Of the previous 7, 5 of them scored. Eric Wagman was the last walk in the 6th inning. Tyler Birch was able to strand him at second. He was actually the only base runner that Birch allowed. First pitch in to Jesus Bastidas is called a strike on the bottom edge. It's 0-1. And Brett Beatty was with Binghamton at the start of the season. I called up to AAA Syracuse, I think only about a month ago. Here's the 0-1 offering. Line drive right to short, picked by Ortiz. right at the ankles, and Ortiz was able to snare it, retires Bastidas. 104 miles an hour off of the bat there, and Ortiz just picked it like a plum. What was that I just said? I don't even know. There's one gone. Here's Rodolfo Duran. First pitch into the right-hander is called a strike on a fastball. Lower outside corner, it's 0-1. Momentum is carrying in Bowie's favor, of course. And on the opposite end of things, as Bowie needs some help from other teams in the league, too, to try and gain ground back in the Southwest Division, the 0-1 pitch is popped out toward right field. Not necessarily a can of corn, the second baseman running out, but it's the right fielder, Hudson Haskin, to run down and make the catch. 2 away. Bowie is getting the help that they would like when it comes to gaining some ground. Akron just polished off a 5-run top of the 9th inning against the Erie Seawolves. After nearly blowing a 5-0 lead of their own, Akron has now built a 6-run lead for their largest of the night to go into the bottom of the 9th. As Bowie gets a pitcher up and moving in their bullpen, the first pitch to Eric Wagman is swung on and missed down and away, a slider. Count opens up at 0-1. Is that Adam Stauffer? No, that's Griffin McClarty. Adam Stauffer has usually been a more mid-game pitcher for Bowie. Runner at first goes, pitches down and away for a ball, throw to second, bounces in, and it's too far in front of the bag. Jason Rosario swipes second. That's his 12th steal of the year. The only swipe today for Somerset. After Everson Pereira got caught stealing in the first inning, they had been quiet about it. But now that this game has gotten back to even, Somerset is getting fast on the base paths again. So that's a go-ahead run in scoring position as the count goes even at 1 on Wagman. The 1-1 misses down and away, however. Count moves to 2 balls and a strike. Somerset does look fine with sending Emmanuel Ramirez out for the 8th inning as well, but as I said, he doesn't seem to be the kind of guy to toss more than an inning plus, not necessarily 2 innings. As the 2-1 comes home, and it's bounced over towards short. Nearly hits the runner, but Ortiz has no issue fielding and firing to first base. 6-3 putout ends the inning. Leadoff walk stranded at second. And as we go to the bottom of the 8th, Bowie and Somerset are tied at 9. You're listening to Baysox Baseball.
Pest Now is proud to partner with the Bowie Baysox and provide their pest control services. For all your residential and commercial pest control needs, call Pest Now. For general pest control, termite control, mosquito control, and all other pest control services, call Pest Now. You can reach us at 301-231-8300 or visit us online at www.pestnow.com.
From bug bites to burns, fevers to flu, and bruises to broken bones, care is around the corner at Patient First. Walk in to see a doctor from 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. every day of the year. X-rays, lab tests, and prescription drugs are on site, and most major insurance plans are accepted. For routine illnesses and injuries, Patient First is here for you. Patient First, the name fits.
Patient First, proud partner of the Bowie Baysox, open 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. every day.
The best way to take in a Baysox game is with a group outing at Prince George's Stadium. Everything from entertaining clients to birthday parties and even fundraising opportunities for your team, the Baysox offer plenty of options for your group at unbeatable rates with plenty of options on suites, seats, and decks around the ballpark. Your group can eat their fill and have an unforgettable time. Find out more and schedule your group outing by calling 301-464-4880 or going to Baysox.com.
Well, fans, don't forget about the Grateful Dead Night coming up to Prince George's Stadium on Friday, August 26th. Still a special t-shirt package available at BaysoxShop.com, as well as fireworks
going on at the ballpark
after
on
the
Saturday,
game
August
that you don't want to
27th.
miss out.
Bowie will be hosting a special
as Bowie and Somerset are tied at 9 here in the bottom of the 8th inning. First pitch to Adam Hall. He squares, but he couldn't get a piece on it. Just missed under the bat as he tried to run it up the line. The home plate umpire rings him up as a called strike on that. It's 0-1 to start. As Emmanuel Ramirez continues on the mound in relief, his first full inning, he fires the next, and Hall flinches on a low breaking ball, held off, and the count runs even at 1. RBI single for Hall in the 6th inning, 1 for 3 overall, as Bowie still has Griffin McClarty warming in their bullpen to take the next half inning following Clayton McGinnis. The 1-1 to Hall. High fastball, maybe missed a little bit away. And the count goes to 2 balls and a strike now. After Hall, it'll be Maverick Handley and then Toby Welk set to bat for the Baysox. As the 2-1 pitch comes in, and it's down and away. Count goes to 3 balls and a strike. Well, today's game has been a bit of a stark contrast to the way that the Akron series went, where Somerset built the early lead in the first half of the game, and the second half of the game has been all Bowie and their scoring. As the 3-1 pitch misses under the knees, ball 4. So a leadoff walk by Ramirez. Bowie had not drawn a walk over the first 6 innings, and since the start of the 7th, they now have 3. That's a go-ahead run on base as Maverick Handley steps up. Handley 0 for 3. He hit into a double play his last time up. That ended the 6th inning. Pickoff throw to first. Does not elicit a tag. It's not a fluid toss from Emmanuel Ramirez. He turns his legs before he even moves his torso. That's a dead giveaway for any runner to lay off. Here's the first pitch to Handley, and it's called a strike. Ooh, that one's a little suspect. It looked to be a bit down and away. At the sinker hits, and it's 0-1 to start. Let's see if Hall does try for the takeoff again, because if he had attempted it in that 6th inning when Handley hit into the double play would have been avoided. Here's another pickoff throw, but still no tag. Ramirez, he's got Hall in his sights, but still, his move is just not very quick. It's not very clean. It's very easy to pick. Here's the 0-1. Handley goes after it and comes up empty on a low breaking ball. Count to 0-2. This would be a good time to go for it, but again, Bowie has not been a big running team. They don't like going into outs on the base paths, and the possibility of a strike 'em out, throw 'em out double play is almost even more daunting. But Hall takes off anyway. The 0-2 is up and away. The transfer a little tough, but the throw is a bullet. Oh, goodness. Hall is out. Wells did not really get a clean transfer, but he still nabbed Hall. That's the first time that Adam Hall has been caught stealing this season in 17 attempts. That's part of the reason why Bowie doesn't steal too many bases, because they hate when things like that happen, as the 1-2 pitch is swung on and missed in the dirt for strike 3. So after the leadoff walk in the span of 2 pitches, Bowie is suddenly back to nothing. That's the second strikeout for Emmanuel Ramirez. Very unfortunate for the Baysox. Hopefully it doesn't take too much wind out of their sails. As Toby Welk digs in, he's on an 0 for 3 day with 3 strikeouts. First pitch, and he smacks it the other way. Line drive falls in for a base hit. Welk will hold it at a single, and that burns just as much too, because if you had Adam Hall on base, even if he was at first base, he probably could have gone first to third on that play. So runner at first, still 2 outs. And now here's Andrew Dashbach. Decent day at the plate for Dashbach. 2 runs scored, a single and a walk. He's also struck out. First pitch, and he watches it bounce in, and that ricochets hard away from Wells. He didn't find it at first, but fortunately for him, Welk was not too interested in trying more than second base. He'll advance on the wild pitch. But honestly, with the way that one scampered away from Wells, well, could have thought about third, but again, better to not risk it. So now the go-ahead run is in scoring position as the count opens up at 1-0 on Dashbach. Base hit here could give Bowie their second lead of the game and their first since they led 1-0 back in the first inning. Next pitch in from Ramirez is called a strike. Fastball nicks the lower outside corner, and it's a ball and a strike now on Dashbach. McClarty still loosening in the pen for Bowie. He slowed up his pacing, but now with 2 outs, he might be coming out soon. He'll face the top of the Somerset lineup. The 1-1. Dashbach smacks it to second. Line drive right to Bastidas, and the inning is over. Bowie gets a leadoff runner, a different runner into scoring position, but they miss out on their chances. And as we go to the 9th, Bowie is going to have to hope for the walk-off. 9-9. Griffin McClarty comes on. You're listening to Baysox Baseball.
Celebrate the history of our national pastime at the National Baseball Hall of Fame and Museum in Cooperstown. See priceless treasures that will bring your baseball memories to life. Connect with events that have shaped and changed the game and our country. Our stories to tell, your memories to share. Plan your family visit today at baseballhall.org. See you in Cooperstown, where the journey becomes legend.
There's plenty going on at the ballpark on Saturday, August 27th. Bowie will be hosting a special tribute to Negro League Baseball, as well as an exhibit presented by the Josh Gibson Foundation with special artifacts from the Hall of Famer's career, as well as the Baysox huge Touch a Truck event featuring dozens of construction, excavation, emergency vehicles, and trucks for all fans to enjoy and interact with exhibits as well. It begins at 4:30 and is going to run till 6:30 ahead of the 6:35 game. It's all presented by Miss Utility and comes your way on a busy Saturday, August 27th, so get your tickets at baysox.com.
Baseball is a game of specialists. Base stealers, closers, cleanup hitters. Together, they help their team stand out from the rest. Specialists also help set Chesapeake Employers Insurance apart from other workers' compensation insurance companies. Our health services team includes orthopedic surgeons, nurse case managers, a physical therapist, and more, all to get your employee back to work, contain costs, and keep premiums down. That's teamwork. To learn more, connect with your agent or visit Chesapeake Employers at CEIWC.com.
Well, we're on at the top of the 9th inning here at Prince George's Stadium in Bowie. The Baysox fought their way back to tie this game at 9, and they hope it stays that way into the bottom of the 9th. Griffin McClarty will take over on the mound for Bowie. Third reliever out of the bullpen will face off against the top of the Somerset lineup. Anthony Volpe, Everson Pereira, Austin Wells. Clayton McGinnis is done. 2 innings of work for him with 2 hits and a run. He didn't strike anyone out and walked a batter, but had a scoreless 8th. As Bowie was able to fortunately come back. First pitch to Anthony Volpe. And this is up and away. Slider starts the count out at 1-0. Volpe 0 for 3. Walked and scored in the 4th inning. Somerset has gotten 8 of their 9 runs on home runs today. As the 1-0 pitch into Volpe is called a strike on the outside edge. Runs it to 1-1. That was another generous give. This has been a wide zone today, and I'm not necessarily a big fan of it. Volpe probably could have gotten away with ball 2 there. Here's the 1-1, and it's popped up. In on the hands to short. Joey Ortiz is there and makes the catch. There's 1 away. Griffin McClarty, a 6'3", 185-pound right-hander. 8th round draft selection in 2019 from the College of Charleston. On the season for Bowie, McClarty has made 20 appearances, gone 1-2, with a 5.51 ERA. 32 2/3 innings, 40 strikeouts, 25 walks. He's allowed 5 home runs. As Everson Pereira steps in, first pitch, and he swings through a high fastball. Tried to put a charge on it, but couldn't contact, and it's 0-1 to start. Pereira really looked like he set this game out of reach in the 4th inning. After Chase Mcdermott had walked 3 batters to load the bases, Pereira smashed a grand slam to center. He fouls off the next pitch here, gets behind the screen as the count goes quickly to 0-2. But Pereira's grand slam made it 8-2 rather, and knocked McDermott out of the game. He nearly took the loss in his Double-A debut, but the Bowie offense has bailed him out as the 0-2 misses inside a fastball. McClarty confused by it. The fans jawing a little, but the pitches inside have definitely seemed to be called right, and that one was a bit too far inside. McClarty will have to try again. The 1-2 pitch is swung on and hammered out to deep left center field, and it's gone. Second home run of the game for Everson Pereira, and Somerset takes the 10-9 lead. .111 miles an hour off the bat and 444 feet away from home plate. Sixth home run allowed by Griffin McClarty this season, and the third for Pereira. And now here's Austin Wells. First pitch home. Misses outside, and it's 1-0. Yeah, there are plenty of times where you can show some frustration about a missed pitch, maybe a missed call leading to an extended plate appearance where something like that would be the result, as the next pitch to Wells is called a strike. In the lower outside corner, it's 1-1. But again, the fact of the matter is that the previously called ball in that plate appearance was the correct call. 1-1 pitch. Line to first, taken on one hard hop by Andrew Dashbach. He'll turn and underhand to the pitcher covering. 3-1 put out is the second out of the frame. So now here's Elijah Dunham. Really, he was just on McClarty. If you miss a pitch, you've just got to go back and fire a better pitch. I know it's easier said than done, but it's still a simple philosophy. Sometimes if you think too much in baseball, then you might not do too well. Dunham 1 for 3 on the day. He scored twice. First pitch to him misses wide. Count opens up at 1-0. And Dunham doubled his last time up. Scored on Andre Chaparro's RBI single. Here's the next. Called a strike in the lower inside corner, and it's 1-1. Well, missed chances have been a big issue for Bowie over the last 2 weeks, as the 1-1 pitch is bounced over to third, should end the inning. Ortiz gloves and fires the Dashbach in time. 6-3 ends the frame. The missed chances today have been on the pitching, while the hitting has done a lot of the work. We go to the bottom of the ninth. Bowie has to try for a walk-off for the second consecutive night. 1 to tie, 2 to win. You're listening to Baysox Baseball.
Sky Shooter Displays by ZY Pyrotechnics will be lighting up the sky with top-of-the-line fireworks shows following Baysox games all season long. We will give you the best bang for your buck. Sky Shooter Displays include traditional shows, true pyro musicals, custom choreographed plays, and much more. The night sky is truly limitless, so don't be shy. Give ZY a try. Find out more by calling us at 570-328-1361 or visit us online, zypyrotechnics.com.
Most people don't know what a steam fitter is. More importantly, what we do and how much it impacts you. Just take a moment to think about what your world would look like if you didn't have the ability to generate electricity, to have heating or air conditioning, microchip production, internet service, web-based storage, cellular service, and frozen or refrigerated produce. Could you imagine? And these are just some of the things that we impact. Please visit steamfitters-602.org and let's talk about how we can bring value to you.
Get the best deals at Prince George's Stadium with weekly promotions all season. Tuesdays are Military Appreciation Night. Purchase a box seat at the ticket office with a proof of service and you'll only pay half price. Bring along your furry friend on Woof Wednesday, and it's the best happy hour around every Thursday from 5 to 6:30. $2 Bud and Bud Light drafts with other beer specials throughout the year, and live music to get your night started. It's always a great time at the ballpark, so get your tickets now at Baysox.com.
Bottom of the ninth inning here in Bowie as Baysox trail 10-9. First pitch to Connor Norby is called a strike on a breaking ball, bottom edge. It's 0-1. As Emmanuel Ramirez continues on the mound, he fires the next offering. A curveball is swung on and missed low. Already 0-2. As Bowie added at 9-9 going into the top of the ninth, but a solo home run by Everson Pereira for his second of the game has soiled Bowie's opportunities. They've now got to try a little bit harder for the potential walk-off win as the next pitch to Norby misses down for a ball. It's 1-2. It'll be Norby, Cowser, and Ortiz. If Ortiz can get it done, it'd be a miracle. The 1-2. Curveball misses high. It's 2-2. Because Bowie has not had a 3-home run game this season. Ortiz, of course, does not have a 3-home run game in his career. Here's the 2-2 to Norby. And it misses just up and away. So from behind 0-2, he's run it full. As the infield and outfield play him straight up here. The last Baysox 3-run home run game actually was at the start of this season. I forgot about Hudson Haskins as the 3-2 is called strike 3. Oh, this umpire has really given some wide zones against the right-handers, and he rings up Norby on a pitch that was outside. It's the third strikeout for Emmanuel Ramirez, as Norby should have drawn the walk. And now here's Colton Cowser. First pitch to Cowser, and it misses inside a fastball. Count opens up at 1-0. It's a 1-for-3 day for Cowser. He walked and scored in the 7th inning. Here's the 1-0. Cowser checks his swing in a low breaking ball, and the count goes to 2 balls and no strikes. And then Bowie trails 10-9 here in the bottom of the 9th inning. Baysox have outscored Somerset in these final 5 innings, 7-2, as the 2-0 pitch misses inside and nearly clips Norby 3-0. But it was that early and constant attack against starting pitcher Chase McDermott that really sunk Bowie's chances for this game. McDermott walked a career-high 6 batters, gave up a career-high 3 home runs, a career-high 8 runs total. 3-0. Norby watches a pitch right down Broadway. It's 3-1. Or Norby, it's Cowser. Ramirez holds, turns and fires the 3-1, and Cowser swings through a high fastball. Count fills. Back-to-back full counts here. Ortiz was not paying attention to the count. Joey Ortiz in the on-deck circle thought that Cowser had struck out, and he was walking back into the batter's box. Here's the next pitch. A check swing, he went. Cowser strikes out swinging. A low fastball. That's 4 strikeouts for Ramirez, and Bowie is down to the last out. Well, does Ortiz have one more magic swing in him? He scored the first run of the game. A solo home run. The first pitch into him here is bounced over toward third, through the gap for a base hit. The tying run is on base as Ortiz collects a 4-hit day. Stellar performance from Joey. He's done all he could for the Baysox. His second 4-hit game of the season, and only the 9th all year for the Baysox. He had the game-tying grand slam in the 7th, made it 9-9. Go-ahead home run by Everson Pereira in the top of the 9th, made it 10-9. Hudson Haskin had a 2-run home run in the 6th to drive in Ortiz. Maybe he has one more in him. The first pitch home. Haskin watches high fastball. It's 1-0 to start. Somerset does get a body on top of the pitching mound in the bullpen. Not throwing just yet. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Haskin takes a half swing. He went around on a high fastball. Joey Ortiz at first base, representing a tying run, but with 2 outs, after Ramirez struck out the first 2 batters here in the 9th inning. Pickoff throw to first, not in time. Again, it's not a very fluid movement from Emmanuel Ramirez. As Somerset has Tanner Myatt loosening in the bullpen, or at least I believe that's Myatt. That's Caleb Coart. 1-1 pitch. Haskin swings and misses on a low curveball. It's 1-2. Well, Bowie is still not a team to try for steals. But Ortiz has the adrenaline. He has some speed. And on a 1-2 count, why not try and put that tying run into scoring position? Runner at first, 2 away. The 1-2 pitch. Haskin watches it bounce in. See, if Ortiz had taken off on that pitch, he would have been to second base. But again, I mean, you're always right in hindsight. Bowie trailed 8-2 at one point. They climbed back to tie the game at 9. Somerset took the lead in the top of the 9th with Everson Pereira's second home run. A solo blast to center field. And now the catcher, Austin Wells. And something wrong with his mask. Has to readjust the straps, and he'll settle back in. As Bowie has a tying run at first and the winning run at the plate with 2 outs here in the bottom of the 9th inning. The 2-2 pitch. Haskin swings and misses. Bowie comes from behind a 6-run deficit to tie the game at 9 and lose another 1-run game. Tonight's final, Somerset 10, Bowie 9. We got plenty to talk about on Baysox postgame. You're listening to Baysox Baseball.
At Luminous Health, we want you to feel your best. This summer, take the time to catch up on your annual health screenings. Visit us at our Anne Arundel Medical Center, Doctors Community Medical Center, or one of our primary care offices in your neighborhood. At Luminous Health, you are the MVP. Learn more at luminoushealth.org. Fielder's Choice Flex Packs with the Bowie Baysox. The best value to see the best games at Prince George's Stadium. You could save up to 30% on your selected seat from day one and enjoy a number of exclusive member benefits, including flexible exchange options, discounts on suite rentals, special access to the Diamond View restaurant, and a free members collectible at your first home game of the year. Get your pack now by calling 301-464-4865 or heading online to baysox.com.
At DCA Imaging Systems, we provide a tenured team of office technology professionals ready to be your trusted advisors. From document creation, output devices, scanning and workflow, to document security and storage, we understand people print, not printers. Give DCA Imaging a call, 301-577-1021, or find out more about how we can help you. DCAimaging.com. DCA Imaging Systems, office technology made easy.
It takes time to get rich, flavorful coffee beans from the lush mountain regions of Colombia and Brazil to Royal Farms. But less than a minute to get yourself a delicious hot cup of the finest and freshest coffee in the world. Because Royal Farms' new Swiss-made coffee machines grind those rich, flavorful coffee beans and brew them one magnificent cup at a time. It's why Royal Farms makes the freshest and best coffee in the world. Real fresh, real fast. Royal Farms.
It's now time for the Bowie Baysox post-game show. Let's head back to the ballpark with Matt Savanas.
That was a sour day for the Bowie Baysox as they left all they could on the field offensively, but the pitching staff was not able to match them today, as Bowie drops their 5th consecutive game and their 2nd to start this 6-game tilt with the Somerset Patriots 10-9. Matt Sabat is with you from Prince George's Stadium. We'll recap this game and then look around the Eastern League, see how this loss is going to hurt Bowie in the standings. But first we recap. Go all the way back in time to the faraway land of 6:36 p.m. First pitch came home from Chase Mcdermott to Anthony Volpe. It was high for a ball, but Mcdermott was able to pitch a scoreless first thanks to a walk and a caught stealing. In the bottom of the first, it was on to Bowie. After 2 quick outs against Will Warren, Joey Ortiz connected for a big fly. 65 2/3 innings, only 49 strikeouts as the next pitch is hammered deep out to center field. Pereira turns and runs a long way back, and he's going to run out of room. Joey Ortiz says goodbye. His 13th home run of the season is a solo shot in the first. Bowie leads 1-0. Ortiz would kick off a great day with that solo home run, but in the top of the 2nd inning, Somerset took advantage. Chase Mcdermott was having trouble with the strike zone. Walked the first batter, and Andres Chaparro gave Somerset the instant lead. As Andres Chaparro steps in, runner at first, no one out, first pitch, and Chaparro nails it out to left field. This might exit. As Hall runs back and runs well out of room, a 2-run home run. Chaparro's 2nd home run in as many days, and Somerset jumps ahead to the 2-1 lead. That Somerset wasn't done in that half inning. As 2 quick outs, Rodolfo Duran drew another walk, and Eric Wagman did the exact same thing to double up the lead. As Mcdermott sets, you can hear the drops falling. The 2-2 is swung on and hammered out to deep center. Cowser is running back, but he's going to look up and watch it go. 2-run home run for Eric Wagman, the 2nd 2-run home run of the inning for Somerset, and it's 4-1 Patriots. So things starting to get a little bit out of hand as the Baysox went down empty in the bottom of the 2nd. Will Warren struck out the side. Chase Mcdermott was able to rebound with a scoreless 3rd inning, but in the bottom of the 3rd, Bowie was ready to chip into the lead. Things were starting out interestingly. A couple of singles, but Colton Cowser, he danced a little bit too far off of first base, and Bowie surprisingly made something of it. Tough to watch. Cowser gets picked off. His secondary lead got caught, and now he's in a rundown. They're going to throw home, and they throw it away! Dashbach took off on the back end, and he scores. Cowser moves into second base, and it's 4-2. So 4-2 Baysox after that error. He was back within just 2. They had the potential for striking distance, but that wouldn't last. As the game moved to the top of the 4th, Mcdermott was trying too much with the breaking ball. Batters would not swing at them, and he still kept throwing them. Walked 3 batters for a career-high 6 walks in just 3 2/3 innings. And finally, Everson Pereira knocked him out of the game and really knocked the game almost out of reach. The 2-1. Hammered out to right center field. Cowser's running back. He's looking for the wall. He leaps, and it's way out. Grand slam for Everson Pereira. Bowie trails 8-2. So big blast for Pereira as Bowie was suddenly down by 6, and Chase Mcdermott was instantly out of the game. As we moved on to the bottom of the 4th inning, the Baysox came up empty with only a single to show for it. And in the top of the 5th, as Tyler Birch had taken over, Birch would work clean. Finished with 2 1/3 scoreless innings and paved the way for Bowie to try for the comeback. And fortunately, things started to go in their favor because after Warren departed in the 6th inning, he faced only 1 batter, and Somerset brought in Steven Jennings. Hudson Haskin was able to get going on Jennings and open up a big run. Here's the 2-2. This one lifted high and deep to right field. Rosario curling around back on it, still going to the warning track, and it is gone. Hudson Haskin says goodbye. He ties Joey Ortiz for the team lead, 13 home runs, and Bowie gets a couple back. It's 8-4. Bowie wasn't done there in that half inning either, because after Kobe Mayo doubled, Adam Hall brought him in. Another 0-2 pitch from Jennings. This one a line drive shallow out toward right field, down for a base hit. Should score Mayo. It's picked up in the corner and ripped back into the infield. Hall will stop at first with a single, but it's an RBI knock for Hall, and Bowie gets another one, 8-5. So after that, things would turn over to Clayton McGinnis for the top of the 7th inning, and Somerset did get one of their runs back. After a 2-out double by Elijah Dunham, Andres Chaparro was able to rip one up the line. McGinnis sets, fires the 0-2, and it's swung on and ripped to third, well over Mayo's glove and into left field for a base hit. That'll score the run. Hot shot at 105 miles an hour leads to an RBI double, but they're going to get him at second base as Chaparro slid in poorly. But the run scores. It's 9-5 as we move to the bottom of the 7th. So that did end the inning, but Bowie was suddenly down by 4 again, and they needed a little bit of help. Fortunately, they got it, because around an error and 2 walks, Steven Jennings was having trouble controlling. Joey Ortiz came up with the bases loaded and suddenly made it a ball game again. The 1-1. Ortiz smacks it the other way. This one carrying out to the corner. Rosario's back, and there it goes! Joey Ortiz says goodbye! A game-tying grand slam here in the 7th. His second career multi-home run game, and it's 9-9. So all of a sudden, things were looking back in Bowie's favor. They had scored 7 runs in a span of 2 innings and tied the game at 9. But after a scoreless top of the 8th, Bowie, they got a couple of runners on base in the bottom of the 8th. But one was taken out on a caught stealing, and the other one was stranded at second on a line drive hit to the second baseman. Sent the game into the 9th inning when Griffin McClarty came out. Second batter he faced, Everson Pereira, and he sunk Bowie once again. McClarty will have to try again. The 1-2 pitch is swung on and hammered out to deep left center field, and it's gone. Second home run of the game for Everson Pereira, and Somerset takes the 10-9 lead. That would turn out to be it for Bowie, as they could not manage enough in the bottom of the 9th. The 2-out single by Joey Ortiz finished off a 4-hit day for the shortstop, but that would be it, as Hudson Haskin came up empty. The 2-2 pitch. Haskin swings and misses. Bowie comes from behind a 6-run deficit to tie the game at 9 and lose another 1-run game. Tonight's final, Somerset 10, Bowie 9. Your final box score, Somerset scores 10 runs on 7 hits with 2 errors. They left on 3. Bowie scores 9 runs on 11 hits with no errors. They left on 4. Emmanuel Ramirez is the winning pitcher. He moves to 4-1 on the season as Griffin McClarty takes the loss. He falls to 1-3. No save as the game was played in 2 hours and 51 minutes in front of a paid attendance at Prince George's Stadium of 1,439. With the win, Somerset moves up to 68-41 on the season. Their winning streak extends to 3 consecutive games, as the Patriots are now 31-21 on the road and 22-12 in games decided by 1 run. With the loss, the Baysox fall to 53-57. Their losing streak extends to 5 consecutive games, still their longest here in the second half, as the Baysox are now 28-25 at home, 16-25 in games decided by 1 run, the most 1-run games in the Eastern League this season. In the second half, Somerset improves to 24-16, while the Baysox fall to 26-15. Two sides meet again tomorrow as Bowie needs to find a way to break out of this skid. We'll discuss that game in a second when we return. You're listening to Baysox Postgame.
Everyone deserves a great smile, and Rad Orthodontics is here to help you, Bowie Baysox fans. Rad Orthodontics accepts most insurance, and whether it's braces or Invisalign aligners, anyone can get the smile they've always wanted with our flexible payment options. With 2 of the country's leading orthodontists right here in the D.C. area, we love to see Baysox fans smile with confidence. So get that amazing smile you deserve. Visit radsmile.com today and book your free consult. That's radsmile.com for Rad Orthodontics, official smile provider of the Bowie Baysox.
The Baysox are calling all deadheads to make their way out to Prince George's Stadium on Friday, August 26th for Grateful Dead Night. With special themes and music all night throughout the game, it'll culminate in a Grateful Dead-themed fireworks show to cap the evening. Fans who purchase a special package ticket will receive a limited edition Baysox Grateful Dead t-shirt collaboration and a ticket to the game, so be sure to get there. Friday, August 26th, it's Grateful Dead Night at the ballpark. Find out more at baysox.com.
From sprains to stitches, sore throats to stomach aches, and pulled muscles to poison ivy, care is around the corner at Patient First. Walk in to see a doctor from 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. every day of the year. X-rays, lab tests, and prescription drugs are on site, and most major insurance plans are accepted. For routine illnesses and injuries, Patient First is here for you. Patient First, the name fits.
Patient First, proud partner of the Bowie Baysox, open 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. every day.
Back one final time to Prince George's Stadium here in Bowie as the Baysox fall to Somerset 10-9. Take a quick look around the rest of the Eastern League, see how Bowie squares up at the end of the day. as they did get a little bit of help. The Akron Rubber Ducks put on 5 runs in the top of the 9th to down Erie 10-4. So Bowie doesn't lose any ground in the Southwest Division standings, but Akron still gains another game on them. So they are only 5 games out of first place, Akron, and only 3.5 games back of Bowie in the Southwest Division standings. So they are very close to going on a big run and putting Bowie down to 3rd place, a team that was in 1st place this time last week. Richmond blanks Binghamton 9-0 as Reading takes down Portland 3-2. New Hampshire and Hartford have had a back-and-forth game that saw a combined 10-run score in the 5th inning. It's 8-8 as they move into the 7th inning there. Altoona and Harrisburg had to play a pseudo doubleheader as they finished off a suspended game over in Altoona. Harrisburg put on 5 runs in the 11th to pick up the win in the completion of the suspended game, 7-4. And then the second game went to extra innings as well. Altoona walked off 3-2 in the bottom of the 10th. Around the rest of the Orioles organization, Norfolk was unable to hold on to a 3-1 lead early. Durham pulled off 3 runs late, 2 in the 6th, 1 in the 7th, and took down the Tides today 4-3. As Delmarva is having a tough time with the Salem Red Sox, 9-3 in the top of the 9th, and Aberdeen is clobbering Asheville right now, 9-4 in the top of the 9th as well. Again, the score we care about most on this production is that of Bowie's, and unfortunately, it was not a pretty one. Bowie falls to Somerset 10-9. Two sides will meet again tomorrow for Game 3 of the series as Bowie needs to break out of this 5-game losing streak. It'll be Brennan Hanafy going for the Baysox, 0-1 with a 6.00 ERA, while Davey Garcia will go for Somerset, 1-0, a 4.70 ERA. 6:35 first pitch, which means the DCA Imaging Systems pregame show of 6:15. For now, though, we say so long. Matt Sabatis with you from Prince George's Stadium, saying thank you so much for stopping by as Bowie falls to Somerset tonight, 10-9. We'll talk to you tomorrow.
Thanks for listening to Bowie Baysox Baseball. We hope you enjoyed today's game and join us next time for another exciting broadcast coming up soon. This has been a presentation of the Bowie Baysox.